Hello, welcome to the Lion's Den. It is December 21st, 2022. It is the winter solstice. My name's Robert Love. I'm a neuroscientist. I specialize in helping people prevent Alzheimer's disease with science. This is the Lion's Den, where we come to talk about health and wellness and neuroscience and supplements and foods and things we can do to improve our health, protect our brain as we age, reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease, and become better people. And we show up to support each other. The Lion's Den, Pandemetics here. Good to see you. I was just thinking about you, brother. So Pandemic is a dear friend of mine, and we were roommates for a couple years. I've learned so much from him. I'm not accepting guests right now, but thank you for asking. And so many people asking to join the lives. Turn off invites for live. That's what we want to do. Pandemic. I learned so much about health and wellness. So if you want to learn a lot about health and wellness and food, live with a vegan who's eating really healthy food. And he made me salads every day for like 2 years that really improved my gut health. So I recommend a salad every day. And I recommend making friends with a really healthy vegan or raw vegan. It'll totally up-level your food game. Right now I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio, helping my parents. And I'm doing a lot of the cooking because I want them to lose weight and be healthier. And I'm trying to feed them a lot of salads. And so who you surround yourself with and the type of food they eat really makes a difference. If you have a bunch of unhealthy friends, most of us do, it's a really good idea to be the leader in that group as far as what you eat, eating more salads, eating more vegetables, eating healthy proteins, and so forth. Did I look into sun gazing at all? No, not yet. All right. So let's talk about, you just got the Lion's Mane pills. They took them last night and the bottle said with a meal. Yeah, the bottle does say with a meal. I like to take them on an empty stomach. But some people have sensitive stomachs. They do better with a meal. What kind of dressing? I like apple cider vinegar and extra virgin olive oil. I was making my own mayonnaise for a while. For NMN, I've been taking, hi, Cindy. I've been taking Life Force NMN. It's Tony Robbins' company. It's kind of expensive. It's $70 a month. It's a pretty good brand. All right. So today is the longest day of the year. What is that? Or excuse me, the shortest day of the year. What does that mean? That means this is the darkest it's going to get. So winter's about to start and it's getting colder most places, at least in the Northern Hemisphere. And so the good news is the days are going to get longer. So we're through the darkest part. We're not through the coldest part yet, but we're through the darkest part. And it's becoming even more and more important to get outside and get sunshine as soon as you can. So if you wake up after sunrise, as soon as you can wake up, drink some water, take your supplements, and get outside, get that sunshine in your eyes. Don't look directly at the sun. Get the sun in your eyes, get it on your skin if you can. That is what's called a Zeitgeber. That is something that sets your circadian rhythm. This is really, really important. Setting your circadian rhythm helps regulate your body for the day. And your circadian rhythm is very vulnerable. You can offset your circadian rhythm in just a day or two or 48 hours. And so if you don't sleep for 48 hours, you can really upset your circadian rhythm. So getting sunshine as soon as you can is a really good idea. If it's dark when you wake up, turn on bright overhead lights. Overhead lights are similar to the sunshine as far as our eyes are concerned. And then when the sun does rise, go outside for that. So I know some of you are in places where it's very dark. Some of you get up very early before sunrise. If you get up before sunrise, turn on bright lights, overhead lights, as soon as you wake up. And then when the sun does rise, please go out and enjoy it. And that will help set your circadian rhythm for the day. And that's really, really important, especially in the wintertime when there's less light. All right, I got a cool hat here. Outstanding. Oh, let me show this to you. So my spirit animal is a flamingo. I brought a flamingo to lighten up the mood since it's the solstice and it's really dark today. Isn't this cute? Flamingo. And my mother, she got me flamingo socks. This is a Christmas present I got early so I can wear them. Flamingo socks. Aren't these cool? I'm excited about those. All right, let's look at some questions here. Sean, roar to you. Ordered Lion's Mane today. Awesome. Congratulations. You're going to love it. I quit M&M because of the scary about multiplying cancer cells. So Kiki, we looked at the research last night. There is not consistent research showing increased risk of NMN and cancer. NMN may accelerate existing cancers. The research I looked at, it was not consistent across cancers. And so I like the longevity benefits of NMN. Here's what NMN does. NMN stands for nicotinamide mononucleotide. What it is, it's a precursor to NAD. NAD is an energy source used in your body, pretty much in every cell in your body, similar to ATP. If you don't have NAD for 30 seconds, you're dead. or or you'll die within 30 seconds. So it's a really big deal. NAD basically fuels something called SIRT1, or it powers something or activates something called SIRT1. That stands for Silent Information Regulator 1. I'm going somewhere. It's not just technical jargon. So SIRT1 repairs DNA. So essentially, NAD helps fuel the repair of DNA. So if you go back a step, NMN basically helps provide the energy to repair DNA. That's a really big deal. Repairing, so as our cells replicate, our DNA replicates. And sometimes there are errors in that replication. If those errors compound, then our DNA is less, there's more errors in it. And we get what David Sinclair would refer to as aging. He subscribes to, or he created what's called the information theory of aging. Aging is a sign of lost information, these errors in the DNA. So by taking NMN, it increases the energy that helps repair DNA. So that's what NMN does. So I think that's a huge benefit. And I like that. And so I'm willing to take the potential risk. Right now, it's just a potential risk. It's not a known risk. The potential risk for increased risk of cancer, which I don't think is a substantial risk, but I will take that unknown risk of increased risk of cancer to improve my health today and slow down aging and potentially and help repair my DNA. Does that make sense, Kiki? Any questions about that? We are not millionaires out there who can afford $7 a month on top of all these other costs. I understand, Golden Terry. And so $70 a month is about $2 a day, $2.50 a day. So what do you spend $2.50 a day on that impacts your health or is negative to your health? That's less than a drink at a bar. That's probably less than a beer. So if you go to the grocery store and you buy a 6-pack of beer, depending on what beer you buy, it might be $1, $2, $3 a bottle, something like that, right? So this is like a beer a night. So I don't know what this is in cigarettes. I haven't bought cigarettes in a really long time. I don't know what this is in candy or cookies or other things that are not good for you, but it's $2 to $3 a day. And so what unhealthy things or things that are not good for you would you be willing to sacrifice for optimal health? I think that's the question you want to ask if you want optimal health. And not everyone does. Not everyone's willing to make that trade-off. Love living in Finland, having 2 hours of sunlight. Goodness. By the way, research shows that people in Finland are some of the happiest people in the world. Isn't that interesting? You have some of the least amount of sunlight, skater girl, and yet people are very happy there. It's very interesting. I never craved sugar before I was diabetic. Now that's all I want. Anything I can do. Yes, George. I recommend working with a coach and going on a low-carb diet or the ketogenic diet. There's been great research to show that the ketogenic diet can help reverse insulin resistance. It does not, quote, cure diabetes. It helps reverse the insulin resistance. It's very, very impressive. There's a lot of research on that diet and reversing insulin resistance. Red light benefits the brain immensely. Sunlight frequency, the sunrise and sunset heal the body. Thank you. Absolutely. Yes, being outside is great. Should I worry about saturated fat and coconut oil? So I got this from Max Lugavere and Dr. I think it's David Perlmutter. And so let me ask you a question. Let's take a vote. Breast milk, is that healthy? Is it healthy for a baby to drink breast milk from their mother? Let's get a vote. They're not going to ban NMN. They're trying to regulate it. Yes, Marie. So my newsletter has both brain healthy tips as well as advertisements or offers for other health related offers. So yes. Oh, I'm so glad keto saved your life. Yes. So if you're on the newsletter, you will start getting more newsletters from me about health and wellness, and you'll also get some offers of health related products. And you can subscribe whenever you'd like. Unfortunately, if you subscribe, it means you're no longer going to get my newsletter. Okay, so we got 2 yeses for so extremely. Yeah, yes, of course, extremely. Yes. Any other votes for his breast milk healthy for babies? You are so welcome for the L-theanine and magnesium. I'm so glad you're off your anti-anxiety meds. That's great. So I got yes. I got 1 no from Emilio. How do I join the newsletter? Sign up for my free top 10 supplements or my free masterclass, and then you'll be automatically subscribed. Which link is it? If you click here, Ashley or Karina, if you want to drop that in the chat, that'd be great. Just click there and then subscribe, and then fill out the and then say you want the top 10 supplements free report or the free masterclass on how to prevent Alzheimer's disease. So to get Life Force, I'm not sponsored by this company. You asked me what I take, and I'll share this with you. Just simply search Life Force supplement, NMN, and it should pop up. Okay, so saturated fat. So you might be interested to know that breast milk is mostly saturated fat. So most of us believe or agree that breast milk is good. At least it's good for a baby. So if breast milk, which is mostly saturated fat, is good for a developing baby, why would saturated fat necessarily be bad? And if you have an answer, I'd love to hear your thoughts. No, I did not say NMN has a potential to cause cancer. Right now, NMN has a potential. Right now, there's research being conducted to see if NMN accelerates cancer. I don't think it does. I think the research does not show that. Not that it causes cancer, but that it accelerates the growth of cancer. So, lactation consultant. So you believe that breast milk is good. So why would saturated fat be bad if breast milk is mostly fat and it's mostly good and it's good? Yes, exactly, Kara. Development of cognitive skills and growth. Advice on kidney stones. Drink water. And don't drink fluoride. My friend breastfed her twins till they were 3. Are those healthy twins or what? As long as the mom isn't taking drugs, yes. So this belief that saturated fat is necessarily bad for us, what's that based on? I'll tell you what it's based on. It's based upon fraudulent science of Ansel Keys. Write this down. Ansel Keys, fraudulent science. What he did was he looked at, I think it was 30 different countries, and then he chose 7 or 9 of them to support his thesis. His thesis was saturated fat increases heart disease. That was his thesis. And then from 30 different countries, he found ones that fit that bill. He found ones that were low in saturated fat and low in heart disease, like Italy. And he found ones high in saturated fat and high in heart disease, like the United States. And then ones in between. He left out intentionally countries like France with low heart disease and high saturated fat. He left out countries like Germany with low heart disease and high saturated fat. And so then he shows this graph that says, look, as you eat more saturated fat, your risk of heart disease goes up. Yes, you can show that if you have 30 different countries and you only display 7 or 9 of them. Sure, you can show that. That doesn't make it true. And that's what the low fat hypothesis is based on. Fraudulent science. Ansel Keys. I saw it in a great documentary called Fat Fiction. Amazing. Check it out. So that's the data on that. Eskimos. Yeah, Eskimos eat a lot of saturated fat. I bottle fed my children. They are healthy, but we all have ADHD. Oh my goodness. So yes, Hair Maven, you are not a baby developing, but does that mean that saturated fat is bad for you, and why? I don't think there's any medications that supposedly cure dementia. Can you tell me what those are? I can talk about brain fog, Hair Maven. So it depends what's causing the brain fog, right? So first, people say, can you help me improve my memory? I'll say, well, what's causing your memory loss? So let's look at that. First place to look at is sleep. If you miss a night's sleep, you're going to have brain fog the next day. You're going to have impaired cognition the next day. So first thing to look at is your sleep. Next is, are you exercising? Are you getting your blood pumping? Are you getting fresh blood pumping into the brain? Are you using your body? That's next. Next, are you getting the right nutrients? So most people eat a diet that has too many calories and not enough nutrition. We are calorie dense, but we are nutrient deficient. This is a big problem. And so if your brain is not getting the right nutrients, how is it going to function properly? So I'd look at those 3. And then there's stress. You can have someone perform very poorly on tests if you stress them out. And so if people are stressed or chronically stressed, that can impair brain function. Most people have some of all of those. Most people have some problem sleeping. Their diet is lacking in nutrition and has too many calories, and they're not exercising, and they have too much stress. Raise your hand. Let me know in the chat if that's you or somebody like you. Sleep is tough. Diet can be improved. Not enough exercise. And there's a fair amount of stress. Let me know if that's you or that ever was you. Yeah, that's exactly. I think that's been all of us for at some point. Karina, Saba, Moonstoned, uh, Dohin 46. Oh, if you comment, please put your first name in the chat. That way I can talk to you. Vitamins and minerals are different. They're both necessary and essential. So I don't favor vitamins over minerals or minerals over vitamins. ADHD is definitely a real thing. I have it myself. Thank you, Donna. Okay. Hi, Jennifer from Iowa. Right. So a bunch of us have had poor sleep and poor nutrition and low exercise and high stress. Any one of those four can contribute to brain fog. All four of them makes a great case for brain fog. And then when you throw in the last 2 years of a pandemic and extra stress and extra concern and some people getting sick and long haul virus, it's easy to see how a lot of people have or can have brain fog. If you have brain fog from long haul virus, I got a free resource for you. Let's take let me do just a really quick commercial. If you click here, there's a bunch of links, a bunch of free resources. I'd love to tell you about today's sponsors. First sponsor is me. I got some free stuff for you. Number one, my free report, my free report, my top 10 supplements. Click the link here, or Karina or Ashley, if you want to drop that in here. And then click the link that says top free report. And then enter your name and email. I'll email it to you. You also get subscribed to my newsletter. Some of you want to join my brain fitness newsletter. That's how to join. Also, another free gift for me, my masterclass, How to Prevent Alzheimer's Disease. Same deal. Click the link here or the link that Ashley Karina posted and sign up there. And you'll also be subscribed to the newsletter. Also, my Lion's Mane supplement, Roar Lion's Mane. If anyone's ordered that and has something they want to say about it, that'd be great. This has 10 different medicinal mushrooms. Lion's mane, cordyceps, reishi, shiitake, maitake, turkey tail, chaga. It's third-party tested, which means it's what's in the bottle is what's on the label. That's really important. Third-party tested. It's GMP certified. Comes with a money-back guarantee. And I find it really improves my sleep. It helps me have both vivid dreams and it improves the quality of my sleep. I'm spending less time in bed now that I'm taking it. It's really great. So those are some of the sponsors of today's show. And another free gift for you. If you have long haul virus, scroll to the bottom of the link. So click here and then click my link tree or the link that Karina or Ashley posted and scroll all the way to the bottom where it says long haul virus. That's a free masterclass on how to get back to 100%. It's called Back to 100 by Dr. Linnell King. Also, if you're worried about EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies, this is called a Harmony pendant. It's this cool stainless steel deal. I like to wear this. It helps me feel a little bit more calm and grounded. And there's been research on this by 10 different doctors and 9 different clinics. What they found was that this improved cardiovascular health when exposed to EMFs. So they measured what's called heart rate variability, also improved mood and energy. And so if you're sensitive to electronics, this could be cool. This usually sells for $150. You can get it for $88 with the holiday discount. And and if you want to lose weight, 40% of Americans are overweight, 70% are obese. If you are committed to losing the weight and keeping it off, and you're tired of doing the same yo-yo diets that don't work, and you want to work with an expert who's really great, and you want some wonderful information to get you started, click the link and then go down to Chad Tackett Free Weight Loss Roadmap. He has a few slots left for people who qualify, who are committed to the weight loss. You want to lose 20 pounds or more, and you're willing to do what it takes to lose the weight. You can qualify for a session with one of his free weight loss certified weight loss coaches. And then you'll have a free session with them. And then if you want to continue working with them, you can. I know a bunch of you have taken advantage of that. So those are all some great offers. And then if you have issues with hormones, you want to work with a functional medicine doctor, Dr. Shannon also has a free consultation with you. She's fantastic. Hi, Pink Prickly, Pear Blossom. Good to see you. Hi, Angie. Hi, Melanie. All right. If you're just arriving, please put your first name, where you're from in the chat, and say hello. And if you're an evolving lion, give me a roar. All right. Any questions about the sponsors of the show? A lot of great resources for you. Most of them are free. Some of them are paid. Just want to let you know that those things are available. Oh, my Lion's Mane supplement, by the way, it's a crazy awesome discount. It comes with free shipping, and it's like $14.50 a bottle or $14.75 a bottle if you buy the 4 bottles, which is a tremendous price on a high quality supplement. And it's $12 a bottle if you buy 8 of them. That's insane. That's insanely good. So check that out. What's my opinion on bone broth? It's great. Curious about ADHD. Are there natural cures? So the word cure, it's difficult to navigate that word. Let me just say, are there things you can do to help? Yes. As someone who grew up with ADHD, one of the best things you can do is exercise. I would get a note from your pediatrician that says, little Johnny, little Susie, little Jamal, little Jamie, little Jack is allowed to leave class every hour to go outside and run for 10 minutes. I'd get that in writing. I'd give it to every teacher and say, my child, please dismiss my child once every 50 minutes to go run outside. And please instill in them, their responsibility to only be outside for 10 minutes. Maybe they need a timer or something. But seriously, 10 minutes of exercise every hour will do tremendous things for any child, especially a child with ADHD who has trouble sitting still. I am familiar with Dr. Daniel Amen. I think he's great. Brands of fluoride-free water. Great question. So why do we want fluoride-free water? I've been I would say a clean water activist who's been trying to remove fluoride from the water since I was in grad school in Austin, Texas. So this would have been 2007, something like that. So fluoride in the water is a real big problem, especially for people of low income, because they don't have the means to remove it. And they're much more likely to give tap water to their baby. You don't want to give tap water to a baby, especially if it's fluoridated water, because fluoride, because the child's brain, the blood-brain barrier, is not fully formed until 6 months. That means fluoride might cross the blood-brain barrier and potentially do bad things in the brain. I don't know to what extent that happens. I don't know how bad those things are. I do know the blood-brain barrier is not formed for 6 months, and you want to keep that brain really protected. Also, mother's breast milk filters out 99.98% of the fluoride or something. So if the mother drinks fluoridated tap water, her body filters out most of the fluoride before she gives it to the baby in her breast milk. That's really important because her breast milk is nature's perfect food. It's baby's first meal, and there's not fluoride in it. Why? Because somehow mother's body knows, I don't want to give my baby that. I want the breast milk to be really clean and safe. So it's very important, one, not to give babies, I'm sorry to say this, soda. Oh my gosh. I have medical professionals, dentists are telling me there's people in their office giving babies soda. Why would you? First of all, that's expensive. Why would you do that? Why would you spend money giving a baby a soda? And two, that's not healthy. Like if you pull over someone who's doing that and say, why are you doing that? Do you think that's healthy for your baby? They might say, I don't think it's bad, but they know it's not healthy. I don't know anyone who thinks it's a good idea, yet for some reason people are doing it. So be careful what you give babies because they don't have a blood-brain barrier, and that's why breastfeeding is so important, amongst other things. So reasons not to get fluoride. About half the fluoride that we consume is excreted. I think that's the number. I might be getting confused with triclosan. Triclosan was an agent in antibacterial soap that I helped get banned from the University of Texas when I was a student there. I was on student government, and I got the student government to ban this antibacterial soap on campus because it was not filtered out of the water. So let me look. I'm accessing AI right now, so let me ask. So when drinking fluoridated water, how much fluoride is excreted in the urine and stays in the body? I think it's about 50%. That likely stays in the tissues, in the bones. Fluoride becomes incorporated into the bones and the teeth. You've probably heard of dental fluorosis, the spotting and mottling of the teeth. That's when fluoride interrupts the healthy process. Generally, drinking fluoridated water, about 50 to 60% of the fluoride is excreted in the urine, the rest stays in the body. Okay, so 50 to 40 stays in the body. All right. So if you drink a cup of water, this is fluoride-free water, by the way. It's Berkey filtered water. I don't know if I put magnesium drops in this. I think I did. So this water, if this was fluoridated water, the general amount of fluoride would be 1 part per million. Doesn't sound like that much. It's actually a lot. If you look at a glob of toothpaste, it's equivalent to the amount of fluoride that would be in, I don't know, a couple glasses of water. So if you drink a couple glasses of fluoridated water, it's like eating toothpaste. It's a bad deal. Nobody's going to recommend that you eat toothpaste. I say nobody because people who know the science know that's not a good idea. And so why is it a good idea in the water? It's old science. I remember studying this in high school. They put up a slide from Colorado saying, hey, we found that people who live in this area with naturally high fluoridated water had fewer cavities. That was just correlational. The thing to do is do a clinical trial. Get 100 kids, have them drink fluoridated water for the next 2 years, have 100 kids drink unfluoridated water, see who has more cavities. That would make sense. Especially if you're going to put in the city water supply and expose everyone to it. Not to mention fluoride's bad in the water because it's harmful to the kidneys. Your kidneys need to filter out more. So this is bad for people who are diabetic and pre-diabetic because they have excessive thirst. They're going to drink more water. And that by default, that is discriminatory against people of color because people of color are more likely to be diabetic and pre-diabetic. So water fluoridation is discriminatory against people of color because they're more likely to have type 2 diabetes. Also, they're more likely to be of low income and therefore less able to afford bottled water or Berkey filters or reverse osmosis filters. So water fluoridation really falls heavy on poor people and people of color. Really problematic. Okay, that's my fluoride spiel of today. How much fluoride can we actually consume when brushing? It depends on how much you swallow. Ideally, none. So children swallow a lot. Please don't give your children fluoridated toothpaste. The reason is children swallow toothpaste. Adults can use fluoridated toothpaste because we're careful. We understand how to not swallow it. Children don't. Children swallow toothpaste by accident on purpose. Children don't understand that toothpaste is toxic, right? You're not supposed to swallow it. If you tell a child it's toxic, they'll probably ask, well, why am I putting it in my mouth? Great question. Toothpaste has warning on it. Sure does. Is bottled water safe? Safe for what? Safe for drinking? There's mixed data on whether or not plastic leaches chemicals or hormone disruptors into the water. The data was no. More recent data suggests, yes, it may disrupt hormones. I don't have a good answer for you. The jug water is probably safer. Hi, Chicken Little. I thought fluoride's good for you. Not to swallow. It's debatable whether or not it's good for your teeth. Why do dentists recommend fluoride? I'm not a dentist, so I don't know why dentists do what they do. I could ask you, why do a bunch of professionals not know their profession well? Here's something that I've learned as being an entrepreneur. Don't assume competence. Right? Just because you someone was telling me this, someone messaged me on Instagram. By the way, if you want to send me a private message, Instagram's a really good place to follow me and send me a private message. They said they brought their child in, their 3-month-old. Was it 3 months? To look this up. It was like their 3-month-old or a very young child. Let's say 3 months to 3 years. I know that's a big gap. I just remember the number 3. And they wanted to put fluoride varnish on their teeth, which is a really intense fluoride treatment. And the mother said, no, you're not doing that. My child's way too young. That's really stupid. And so sometimes medical professionals either don't think for themselves, they don't know the data, or they're just doing what's told to them by large agencies. Similar to politicians, right? Some politicians just walk the party line. Federally, unfortunately, most of them do. You have very few free thinkers. Tulsi Gabbard is one of the few free thinkers. She was a representative from Hawaii. And when she first arrived in Congress, they said, oh, this is your bathroom. This is where the Democrats go to the bathroom. This is where the Democrats eat. And this is where the Democrats hang out. And she's like, well, I want to talk to Republicans. I want to work with them. Like, oh, no, we don't do that. What do you mean we don't do that? But she quickly found out government's segregated. And you sit with your party, you eat with your party, you use different bathrooms. Amazing. I don't even know if they have different exercise rooms, right? There's a congressional exercise room. There's a congressional swimming pool. Do they have different ones? I don't know. I hope not. That'd be a real waste of tax dollars. So some politicians, even though they know better, simply toe the party line because they're told that's what they need to do. Some doctors, dentists, medical professionals may simply just do what they're told from larger health organizations that are really incompetent. The CDC, I would say, is grossly incompetent. The CDC still recommends fluoride in drinking water, and the science is clear that's not good. No one's arguing that very loudly, that fluoride in the water is good. They'll defend it if people argue against it, and their defense is rather weak. I watched it for years. I was involved with it, hearings in the city of Austin. And it's basically just saying this is government policy. It's been policy for 50 years. We suggest you do it. The CDC says it's great, but new research says it's not. Well, the CDC says it's great. That's literally all, what they say. It's really awful. So please do your own free thinking. I think you're here in the Lion's Den on, what is today? Wednesday? You're here on Wednesday at, it's almost 11 o'clock at night where I am, because you're interested in information. You're interested in learning. You're curious. You want to have the power to make these decisions yourself. Is that you? Why are you here? In fact, let me check in. Why are you here right now? I'd love to hear why you're here in the Lion's Den. Are you bored? Are you interested? Are you curious? Do you just like the group? I like the group. I like being here. But why are you here? Exactly, Carolina or Carolina. We're in the lion's mane. Yes, you're in the lion's den, specifically. Filters, brands, clean water. It's 3:50. I can't sleep, but I'm learning from the videos. Outstanding. To learn the truth. Outstanding. Health nut. Fitness is life. Fantastic. Interested. I love info. Fantastic. Am I a terraplanist? I don't know what that is, so maybe not. Love learning. Love learning from me. Thank you. My city consumer confidence report says our water has naturally occurring fluoride. So they're not adding fluoride, so that's less bad. But look at what the level is. Is it 1 part per million, 0.1 parts per million? You're here to learn the truth. Bought fluoride-free toothpaste, aluminum-free deodorant. Awesome. Getting celery juice. There you go. Salon sales. You're on it. I'm here to learn about brain health. Absolutely. Exactly. And so what I want to do is I want to answer some of your questions, but also excite some curiosity in you and do some research and find out more for yourself. There's some great documentaries on fluoride. There's a great book called The Fluoride Deception, and there's a YouTube documentary if you want to watch how this stuff became law. It's really weird. The Fluoride Deception, written by Christopher Bryson, who's an award-winning journalist, did great journalism. Hi, Holly. Mopez, that's the only juice that I'm doing right now. Juice cleanses are great. Follow whatever protocol that makes sense to you. I don't like juicing fruits because that's a bunch of sugar. You want that fiber. Juicing vegetables is better. Thank you, Journey. Emma J, the masterclass. Yes, have you seen the masterclass, Emma J? I want to learn as much as I can, Jeannie. Awesome, Jeannie. Reference to the mushroom. Yes, there's great research on mushrooms. I learned this from Stephen Gundry, and then I looked up the research myself. So research out of Singapore found that people who eat 2 servings of mushrooms a week, approximately a little bit less than a cup. So it was 3/4 of a cup twice a week. So we'll say a cup and a half a week had a significant reduction in the risk of Alzheimer's disease, something close to 60%, which is massive, just massive. We don't know why. The study doesn't say why mushrooms reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease. It just said those that ate them had a significant risk. That's big. So we don't know why mushrooms work. There's a lot of things we don't understand why yet. And it's interesting because people claim that we understand how diet affects the brain, how diet affects health. We know some, we don't know everything. In fact, some people still believe that food that we eat that contains cholesterol, they believe that increases cholesterol in your blood. It does in the short term, it doesn't in the long term. Most of the cholesterol you eat becomes bile in your body. It becomes digestive juices. It doesn't become cholesterol in your veins or blood vessels. We're still learning how food works in the human being, which is really important. And then people are, it's really unfortunate. I don't want to call these people scientists. Jordan Peterson said something really smart. Anybody like Jordan Peterson? I listened to him on the Lex Friedman podcast. By the way, I think Lex Friedman is a genius. He's able to sit with all kinds of different people and ask them really powerful questions and get them to answer. His podcast is available for free on YouTube. And Jordan Peterson said, if you're a scientist, you are committed to the truth. That's huge. That's really huge. And some scientists, some quote scientists, are not. They're old and entrenched in their view, and so they fight to maintain their view. Or there are scientists that are often paid by lobbyists or paid by industry, right? So the sugar industry will hire a scientist and they'll say, please do a study that shows that sugar isn't bad for you. And they'll figure out a way to do that, right? And I mean, I could figure out how to do that. I'd probably find a small amount of sugar I could give somebody and give them a bunch of fiber with it. And then I might test their mood, right? And say, according to this, sugar does not impact mood. And then I might, it might be a 10-day study. And then I might look at their blood pressure and show like, look, sugar doesn't cause rises in blood pressure. It's like, yeah, but this was, a 5-day study and it was a small amount of sugar and I ate fiber. I'm not giving them 3 sodas a day, which is what most people do, right? Show me that data. Show me the data of an adult drinking 3 sodas a day over a year, right? Show me that that's safe. So they'll bring smart scientists, quote scientists, in to do a bunch of studies, and one of them will work. One of them will show sugar does not kill you immediately, right? That's the good data, right? This one says that this person ate sugar and they didn't die right away. Great, let's publish that. We'll show sugar does not cause death. Terrific, right? And they're paid for that. It's really unfortunate because that slows down progress, right? And so I invite you all to be scientists and to claim that. To say, listen, I'm a scientist. That means I'm committed to the truth, which means we're often wrong. I was very wrong 2 weeks ago when I said there's no relationship between aluminum and Alzheimer's disease. That was incorrect. I found a recent study, 2014. It was a dissection study. They looked at brains. Brains of Alzheimer's patients were lacking in magnesium and high in aluminum compared to healthy brains. I thought, oh my gosh, I was looking at research that was back in the 1980s. And it showed there was no relationship. I hadn't seen the new data. So I was wrong. I was saying the wrong thing. And as a scientist, I have to not be attached to what I said and just be beholden to the truth. If I'm a scientist, I'm for the truth. That means I'm okay with everything that I've said not being correct and being adjusting to whatever the truth is. And if sugar is really healthy for you, and we find out double-blind, placebo-controlled studies that eating a diet high in sugar and low in fat is actually terrific for your health, and that's what the data show, I'll switch to that perspective. But right now, that's not what the data show. It shows the opposite, in fact. So who's in for being a scientist? Who's committed to being a scientist? Who's committed to the truth no matter what? And it's not just about food. It's not just about supplements. It's also about yourself. So if your family and your friends come to you and say, hey, you drink too much, or hey, you're not pleasant when you drink, or my friends would say this to me, Robert, when you take Adderall, you're an asshole. I thought, I'm getting this from a lot of people. I'm getting this from my girlfriend. I'm getting this from my roommates. I'm getting this from people at work. I'm an asshole when I just take my Adderall. Maybe I want to cut back on this, right? So be willing to be wrong and accept that you're wrong, and then move forward. So who's committed to being a scientist? Who's committed to being a scientist? Let me see who's committed to the truth no matter what. I'm going to scroll up here. This is great. This is exciting. A lot of me's. So howdy, partner, not me, not you. I got one hand raised, ego fumigation. Karina's in, Derek Garrison's in, Tiger fucking Queen's in, Saren Quist Photos in, Carolina Bravo 71's in. I'm committed to being a scientist. All these exclamation points. Absolutely. Saba Daydreams, Derek Garrison, I want to know. Me, Carabera, Kyoko Hamilton, yes. Coenzyme Q10's awesome, DJ Navy. Who else? Who else is committed to being a scientist? Being committed to the truth, whatever that is. Trans trainer, pass. Okay, good. Rhonda, yes. Brenna, give me an MD. You can certainly listen to medical doctors. Some of them are scientists. Letta JT, yes. You don't need to give up alcohol. Just be committed to science. Just be committed to the truth. What sites do you get the truth from? That's a great question. Trans trainer, you seem to not be committed to the truth. That's okay. I'm underqualified. Do you know anything about me? Are you new? If you're new, welcome. It's great to have you. How long have you been here? What's Adderall? It's called Adderal. Adderall. It's an amphetamine that's used for ADHD. Angelina Albright's a yes. Who are the other scientists? Who's committed to truth? Science for the win. Mopez. Dr. Hyde. Dr. Jekyll was actually the one, and then Mr. Hyde. Mr. Hyde was his bad friend. Shirley's in. Doris is in. Black Pepper's in. Faith is in. Angela's in. Anybody else? Fantastic. So please take this with you. Well, trans trainer, I'm sorry this isn't helpful to you. I wish you the best. Many blessings to you. The lion's den is not for everyone. Okay. So being a scientist means you're committed to the truth, which means it means if you're wrong, admit you're wrong. And so that's a great perspective. A lot of people, especially when people are monetarily invested in things or when people have made public statements, it's difficult for them to go back. And that's unfortunate because that slows down progress, right? So the companies or the scientists that said eggs are bad for you because they have saturated fat, they might still be saying that, even though the data does not support that. The data shows that the saturated fat and cholesterol from egg yolks does not become cholesterol in the blood vessels. It doesn't do that. That's what the research shows. But people are still saying that because they're entrenched in their perspective. Unfortunately, that's not a scientist. That's I don't know what that is. All right, next question. Trans trainer, you're kind of just speaking about me, but you're not. I'm speaking to you. I'm trying to be pleasant and polite. I'm asking you how long you've been here. If you've watched any of my videos, is this your first Lion's Den? And you're kind of just saying I'm underqualified. I don't know if you know anything about me, and I don't know if you're being helpful in this chat. I'm happy to have you be here, and I hope you learned something. If you have other ideas, please tell me. If I get the science wrong, please tell me. If you know something I don't know, that's great. I love learning. But you're writing all caps, no idea, don't listen. And I don't know who you're speaking to or why. And if you don't like this, I don't know why you're here. There's so many things you could do other than being here. And I want you to do things that you want to do. You can play video games, you can watch TV, you can watch movies. You can go outside and enjoy the longest night of the year. It's the solstice. It's the longest night of the year. And so I wish you all the best. And if this is not the right place for you, I hope you have a wonderful night. Om Yum is interesting. Yeah, did you have it? Isn't it great? So very, very good. This is Om Yum. This is a supplement. This is one of the sponsors of the show. Listen to these ingredients. Organic cacao powder, organic lion's mane, organic reishi, organic chaga, organic cordyceps, L-theanine, ashwagandha, maca, Ceylon cinnamon, curcumin, black pepper, and it's delicious. I like taking this before a workout. I feel like I recover a lot faster. This also doesn't really have much caffeine, so you can take it in the afternoon. It's delicious. Who's gotten Om Yum and really likes it? What is lion's mane? Lion's mane is a mushroom that promotes the growth of new brain cells and new neural connections. It increases something called BDNF, which stands for brain-derived neurotrophic factor. It helps you grow new brain cells in the hippocampus, which is the memory center of your brain. So if you want to get this, and you want to get a killer deal on this, here's how to do it. This is ordinarily $50. It is a 1 month supply. When you subscribe, you get it for $40, so that knocks 10 off. And when you subscribe with my coupon code, it saves you 15% on that, so it goes down to $33. So you can get this for like $1 a serving. It's so good. I feel so much more productive with this. It's awesome. So check this out. Ashley or Karina or both of you, would you drop the link tree into the chat? If you click that and then choose the Lion's Mane coffee substitute, that's what this is. Subscribe and then use my code LOVE15. It'll probably automatically load. And then you're in for $1 a day, $1 a day, and you live a healthier life, more productive. And someone else said, they're not a millionaire. They can't afford this. What if you have more energy? Would you pay $2 a day for more energy? Well, it probably depends what you're going to do with that energy. If you're going to play video games, or shop online, it might not be worthwhile unless you make better shopping decisions. What if you get an extra half an hour of work done? Is that worth $2? So it's not as linear as can I afford $2 a day? It's, well, what does this get me? What if this reduces future medical bills because you're healthier? I'm not saying it's going to do that. I believe living a healthy life today decreases the risk of poor health in the future. And so there's a great phrase. I forget where I learned this. It's pay the farmer now or pay the doctor later, right? So this is made by farmers. This is really healthy stuff. Plus, you get your money back right away because you get productivity and feeling good. Would you pay $1 a day for more productivity? Would you pay $2 a day to feel better? And then some people, yes, some people, no. You can mix it with water. I like this in my hot chocolate, but you can mix it with MCT oil. It's terrific. It's good on its own. It's just great. You want to click the link. Karina, would you post a link, please? Click the link that says, what is it? Linktree/Robert W.B. Love. Then click the link that says Lion's Mane coffee replacement. It's called Om Yum. If you go to their website, make sure to enter my coupon LOVE15. It's really good stuff. They are an official sponsor. Lion's Mane does not have caffeine. This has a little bit of caffeine because it has chocolate in it. So, Michael, I don't know. Are you sensitive to chocolate? What are the 5 mushroom blends? I think mushroom blends are great. So my supplement, Roar Lion's Mane, is a mushroom blend of 10 mushrooms. This is a mushroom blend of 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, of 7 mushroom blends. So mushroom blends are great. How young should you be to start supplements? I get this question a lot. Not a lot, but I've gotten it more often. I don't know. So here are a couple things to consider. Why are you taking supplements? Is it that you're not getting good food and you're trying to get nutrition from them? Is it you're trying to prevent disease? Are you trying to reduce inflammation? Are you trying to make up for a poor diet? Or are you trying to optimize, right? Is everything healthy and you just want the absolute best? And also what supplements? So the adult brain is not formed until about age 25. And so I don't recommend people do mind-altering substances before age 25. Why? Because the brain's still developing. So that's a good reason not to. Does that include caffeine? I don't know. I don't know what effect caffeine has on the developing brain. I don't know. Does that include psychedelics? Yeah. My kids, I'm going to try to get them not to do, I don't have children right now. I'm going to try to get them not to do psychedelics until age 25. I didn't do psychedelics until I was 33, 34. I'm glad I waited. I know a lot of really successful entrepreneurs who did not do psychedelics until their 30s. It's a good idea to wait. Cannabis too. It's a good idea to wait until 25 for cannabis. I know that makes college difficult, in some ways high school difficult. It's a good idea to not drink too much when your brain is forming. Now the brain is plastic. It can recover. I spoke with a wonderful woman. Her son had this terrible head injury doing motocross. And he was almost dead. He was basically paralyzed for a very long time, could barely speak, could barely understand. He was 16. His brain was so plastic, it was actually able to rebuild. And now he can walk around like a normal human. He's a little bit slower, but he's back. He can now live a life. He's not bedridden. Amazing. This is possible in part because his brain was so young. And so I would wait. I think the safe thing is to wait for mind-altering substances until after 25. Now, do you want to take a multivitamin before age 25? Potentially, especially if you're eating garbage food, right? Is it a good idea for someone with ADHD to take supplements? Potentially, especially if you're reducing amphetamine, like Ritalin, like Adderall, like Vyvanse. Those things are very, very hardcore. I know. I took them for decades. Not decades. It is at this point decades. Yeah. I took them for years and years. They're hard. They're hard on the body, hard on the brain. I'm probably an inch or two shorter because of that. I know I'm less emotionally developed, certainly in high school and college, than I would have been if I had to deal with my emotions rather than taking amphetamine. So there's a cost to these things. And so I don't know. There's no one size fits all. I'll say 25 is a safe window for most people, for most things. Um, if I were 25 right now, I would probably be taking most of the longevity supplements. I would be trying to stay 25 to the best of my ability. If I were 20, would I be taking these? I would certainly drink a lot less compared to what I did in college. I drank way too much. It was very dangerous. I'm very fortunate I didn't get hurt. I've had a couple friends die from alcohol, usually from falling off of roofs. It's really unfortunate. So I would drink a lot less for sure. I would also take minerals. I would take magnesium and zinc. I would take a B complex, certainly in college. I don't know if that's right for high school children. It's probably safe. I don't know if it's optimal. I'm not a specialist in children or teenagers or young adults. I work with old people. And I say old people with love and affection. I work with geriatrics. I work with people 60 and over to help them prevent Alzheimer's disease. And so I don't know what's right for children. And I certainly don't know what's right for children under 5 or children under 9, especially if there's a medical condition. And so I don't have an answer for you. I think it's a really good question. I think you want to find a pediatrician who specializes in supplements and sit them down and say, hey, I want my child to have the best nutrition. I want them taking supplements if that'll be helpful. What's safe? What's potentially unsafe? A lot of these supplements haven't been tested in children. I'll look right now. Let's ask the AI. I love this AI. By the way, who's doing Chat GPT? Who's checked out Chat GPT? Chat GPT is the cutting edge AI. It's terrific. Okay. So what's the question? What supplements are safe for children? Children 5 years of age. Let's look. According to this, multivitamins, omega-3, vitamin D, and probiotics. I don't know why it says probiotics. However, it's important to consult a healthcare professional. What supplements are not safe for children? What supplements are not safe for children? This one says herbs and herbal supplements, high doses of vitamins and minerals. So these are very general answers. I love that you do that. If you have an older brother and he lives in UK, let me know. I don't understand, Dohin. Would you put your first name? I don't remember everyone's first name who's been commenting. Do you have to download it? No. Just search Chat GPT and you can play for free. I've played so much, I now need to pay for it. Totally worth it though. Chat, CHAT GPT. Yes, exactly. Yes, on the chat. Awesome. Salon sales. I have a younger brother. Why do you trust AI chat? Great question. I believe that the makers of the AI, I believe that it does what it says it does, which is that it looks in the internet and tries to get the answer and tries to give it to you. And I've asked it enough questions that I know the answer to that that we're correct or close to correct. So I tested it in my area of expertise. It's pretty good. Interestingly, this is when I've showed it to men. This is the first thing we all did. We asked it questions in our area of expertise. More specifically, we wanted to know, has the AI replaced us? So my dad, who's a lawyer, asked it a very complex legal question. My friend, Dr. Noah Allen, I did a video with him. He's a urologist. He asked it a very difficult urology question. I asked it a question on supplements and brain health, right? We all wanted to know, is the AI better than us? The answer is not yet. It will be. This is the very beginning. A year from now, this is going to be very different. 5 years from now, I think we're going to be consulting AI for almost every medical question because it will scour the published research and it'll have a way to weight specific research. It'll know that a study of 1,000 people is better than a study of 100, which is better than a case study, right? It'll know articles published in the journals Science and Nature and Cell and the Journal of the American Medical Association. Those are more prominent than other lesser known journals. It'll know which ones to give greater weight to. And so we'll be able to ask we'll be able to ask the AI in the future, I think, as little as 5 years, probably like 2. I bet in 2 years, this is going to be amazing for medical because so many people have health questions. I'm actually, one of my side projects is I'm trying to figure this out so I can make a health AI for you so that you can access it. Um, and so, yeah, so I trust it because it's performed. It's shown me that it knows what it's talking about. I've also verified other things. I've looked at it and I've looked it up myself, and it's pretty right on. Now, it only goes up to 2021. It is not current to today. Okay. So what supplements should I not take before surgery? This is one I get a lot at. Or how about this one? How do I know that this AI is answering my questions truthfully or accurately? So what happens when I ask it a question about itself? The accuracy of this AI's responses can be validated by consulting reliable sources, such as peer-reviewed scientific papers and evidence-based guidelines. Additionally, if you have doubts, it's best to consult with a healthcare professional. I mean, that's exactly, I wonder if it's listening to me and just giving me my answers because I said that's exactly what I was doing. Very interesting. Okay. Where are we? Good evening, Deb. Roar to you. Are antidepressants bad for the brain? I was talking with someone today on Instagram, and she said, I'm on this antidepressant. I think it's blocking acetylcholine. I thought, well, I'm going to look that up. And I saw there was an SSRI. SSRI stands for selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. I learned about these in college. That's when I first learned about them. These are things like Prozac. And what these do, or fluoxetine, what they do is they block the reuptake of serotonin and increase the amount of serotonin in the synapse. This raises serotonin activity, and thereby scientists did believe this reduces depression by increasing serotonin activity. Other things that increase serotonin activity are things like hugs and exercise. These increase serotonin activity. I'd like to see doctors prescribe exercise. That'd be great. Certain foods increase serotonin as well. Let me find that out. What foods increase serotonin? Ask what activities increase serotonin as well. Foods that increase serotonin include carbohydrates, bananas, nuts, seeds, salmon, and other fatty fish. Additionally, foods high in tryptophan, such as turkey and cheese, may increase serotonin. What activities increase serotonin? Serotonin. Foods that increase serotonin include exercise, light exposure. We've been talking about that earlier. We'll get back to that. Light exposure, sleep, meditation, social activities. Additionally, engaging in social activities you enjoy, such as listening to music or reading, may also boost serotonin. So instead of prescribing a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, a psychiatrist could very easily say, okay, if you have depression and you have low serotonin, here are some things you can do. According to the research, you can eat complex carbohydrates, bananas, nuts, seeds, salmon, and other fatty fish, also turkey and cheese. You can also exercise. I prescribe exercise. That's a great thing for your overall health. Exercise, get more sunlight, get good sleep, meditate 20 minutes a day, enjoy social activity, spend 20 minutes listening to music, and then spend time reading a book. Those will all boost your serotonin. Who thinks that would help someone with depression? Give me a roar if you think that list would help someone with depression. Would that be a good prescription or what? And I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just saying what the AI says. I think that's pretty good stuff. I wonder if that's why I created that food. That's interesting. All right, we got some roars here. Yes, roar. Yes, Gigi Pups. Less Mini. Yes, Deandra. All right, so many of y'all responded. I wasn't able to get to that. It has helped with my depression. Awesome, Karina. Look at all this. A bunch of y'all are into it. The thing is, and I empathize with psychiatrists here because I did this when I went to a psychiatrist. When I go to a psychiatrist, I want drugs. That's why I'm going. In some ways, I was not going to get help with the thing that I wanted help with, which was ADHD. I wanted drugs. I wanted my Adderall. Why? Because I liked it. I thought it was helpful, and in some ways it was. So I sat in the doctor's office, and they may have said, Robert, if you want to fix your ADHD, you need to sleep better, you need to stress less, more exercise, and spend some time doing doing something else other than schoolwork, and that'll reduce your stress. That'll help with your ADHD. I would have said, that's great, doctor. I didn't come to you for that. You're a psychiatrist. You hand out pills. I want my pills, damn it. I probably would have said that. Not in that way, because they would have said, no, you're practicing drug seeking behavior and we can't give you Adderall if you do that. That probably is what they would have said. But most of us see a psychiatrist for drugs. And so sometimes they feel obligated to do that because that's why people see them. Now, is that the best thing for them? Probably not. Most human beings would do better to solve their health issues in this order, with activity first. And I got this from Andrew Huberman, great scientist from Stanford. Who likes Andrew Huberman, the Huberman podcast? Who likes that? One of my favorite podcasts. He says, start in this order. I agree with him. Behaviors like exercise, sunlight exposure, sleep, meditation, start there. And then food, bananas, nuts, seeds, salmon, there. Then supplements, and then drugs, right? Drugs should be last. Also, these other things are free and just good for your health anyway. I love kittens too. Kittens are great. So this is the order that a responsible healthcare practitioner ideally would walk us through. So before they give us drugs, they prescribe exercise, sunlight, and sleep, and social activity, and hugs and meditation, right? If we're doing that and we're still depressed, okay, well, what are you eating? Let's get that cleared up. And then what supplements are you taking? Well, these supplements might help. Some people, dopamine helps with depression. Let me look that up. Does L-tyrosine help with depression? I think it does. Does L-tyrosine? And I think the reasoning is, and I got this from Andrew Huberman, L-tyrosine increases dopamine, increases goal-oriented behavior. What does that do? Well, it means like you're trying to achieve something. Most people with depression aren't trying to achieve something. They feel like garbage. The world is really heavy and they're just trying to get through the day. They're not trying to achieve anything. Like achieving something is getting through the day. And so, if people with depression are like, hey, I want to do 10 things today, and they're running around doing 10 things, they're probably not depressed. Okay, here's what it says. Some studies have suggested that L-tyrosine may have potential benefits for people with depression. However, more research is needed. Let me say site-specific studies. Because L-tyrosine. So I love this about AI. I can type site-specific studies. It'll give me the studies. This is such a time saver. Does L-tyrosine help with depression? Site-specific scientific studies. Please. Question mark. Here it is. Listen to this. So here's what it says. I say site-specific studies. Here's what it says. I'm going to read this to you verbatim. This is so good. I got to adjust my window here. So I just paid for this today. So here's what it says. I said, does L-tyrosine help with depression? Site-specific scientific studies, please. By the way, please be kind to AI. At some point, it's going to be way smarter and more powerful than us. We want it to be nice to us. Here's what it says. A 2017 systematic review of randomized controlled trials found that L-tyrosine may be beneficial for improving symptoms of depression in people with bipolar disorder. The review included 5 studies that assessed the effects of L-tyrosine supplementation on depressive symptoms in people with bipolar disorders. The authors concluded that L-tyrosine may be beneficial for improving depressive symptoms in people with bipolar disorder. Gives a citation. That's a 2017 study, and then it gives me the name and the name of the journal. That's amazing. And it answered me within seconds. It read the scientific literature, and it gave me an answer. Amazing. It will never be human. I agree, Karina. There's something magical about humans. And I agree. And I think we are magical. I was having this conversation with my dad today. He said, I think we were saying, do we have any idea how fortunate? He said, with how many galaxies are there in the Milky Way? Let me start with that. How many galaxies? Anyone know? Or not how many galaxies, how many stars? How many stars are in the Milky Way? I think it's like 100 billion. And then there's like 100 billion galaxies. I know those numbers aren't exact, but I think that's right. How many stars are there in the Milky Way? Any guesses before I tell you the answer? Mopeds, how many is that? I don't see commas. It's difficult for me to keep track. How many cells do we have in our body? It'll answer that. We have approximately 87 million neurons. Okay, it is estimated there are 200 to 400 billion stars in the Milky Way. How many galaxies in the universe? I think it's at least 100 billion. There are 100 billion to 2 trillion galaxies. Listen to this range, right? It's so how many stars are there in the Milky Way? We don't know. Between 200 and 400 billion. That's such a big gap. That's such a big window. How many stars are there? How many galaxies are there in the universe? 100 billion to 2 trillion. That's like a factor of 20, and that's still a reasonably good estimate. So if you want a shortcut, 100 billion is close, right? That's close enough to the bottom tier, right? That's the minimum. So we'll say that's the minimum. There's 100 billion stars in the Milky Way. There's 100 billion galaxies. So 100 billion times 100 billion is a whole heck of a lot. Big deal. What can help with epilepsy? The ketogenic diet. Watch the documentary Fat on YouTube. It's free. They start with showing the ketogenic diet helping children with epilepsy. I'm dead serious. If you haven't heard about it, I would question the medical professionals you're working with. The reason being is that this has been known for 100 years that the ketogenic diet is helpful for 2/3 of people with epilepsy. So if you haven't heard about it, I would question your medical professionals because I don't think they're competent. Because I know that I don't have epilepsy. I don't work with people with epilepsy. I don't know anyone with epilepsy, but I know that. So if your medical professionals that you're working with to help you with epilepsy don't know about the ketogenic diet, I question whether or not they are competent or up to date on the science. And I feel like this flush in my face as I say that. I'm like mad. I'm mad for you at the potential professionals you've been working with and paying and seeing and like taking their advice potentially. And if you don't know that, if they don't know that, they're not qualified. I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm saying you might want to qualify who you get advice from regarding this, and that might be a litmus test. And they might know about it. They might simply just not have told you, which I don't think is helpful, right? If a doctor knows that curcumin helps prevent Alzheimer's disease, which it does by preventing plaque in the brain, and they don't tell you, what good is that? And then you say, hey, doctor, I found this article that shows that curcumin can help prevent Alzheimer's disease. They might say, oh, yeah, it does that. Well, why didn't you tell me? Well, I don't know. Great. Great. The knowledge that you say you had that you didn't share with me doesn't help me, the patient. Sorry if I have a little disdain right now. I'm a little upset. So J.D. Warwick, please watch the documentary Fat on YouTube. It talks about the health benefits of the ketogenic diet. All right, how many cells in the body? And then we're going to look up the ketogenic diet and epilepsy. I'm going to cite you a study. This is going to be great. How many cells in the human body? Less than there are bacteria. There's actually more bacteria in your body. So some people say we're actually not humans. We're actually walking bacteria, and the bacteria are controlling us, and the human being is just like a shell for them. How many cells in the human body? How many neurons in the brain? In the adult brain. Actually, interestingly, a child's brain is more neurons than an adult brain. It goes through something called pruning. When I read this was really strange to me. A child's brain, a baby's brain, has more neurons than an adult brain because all things are possible. Any language is possible. A baby can learn any language. Isn't that cool? And so it has the capacity to learn all these things. And so basically, as it learns, it's going through this pruning process to making pathways more efficient in the brain. How many neurons in the adult brain, adult human brain? All right. Any guesses? How many cells in the body? How many neurons in the well, Dohin, nice to meet you. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I do type fast. Thank you. All right. So there are an estimated 37.2 trillion cells in the body and 86 billion neurons in the adult human brain. What did I say? Did I say 87? Pretty close. All right. Great. And then is the ketogenic diet helpful for epilepsy? Epilepsy. Please cite specific studies. Here we go. Ooh, this is a great study. All right. A 2019, this is for our epilepsy people. I can live on keto. You can't live on keto. Don't live on keto. Do keto cycling. Do it 5 days a week. Unless you have epilepsy, you might want to do it for the rest of your life. Okay. A 2019 systematic review of randomized controlled trials found that the ketogenic diet may be beneficial for reducing the frequency and severity of seizures in people with epilepsy. So, this is the highest level of science. This is a systematic review of randomized controlled trials. Big darn deal. The review included 10 studies that assessed the effects of the ketogenic diet on epilepsy in humans. The authors conclude that the ketogenic diet may be an effective treatment for people with epilepsy. Would be great if this, I don't know how to ask this question yet to get the exact numbers from the study. I can look at the study. I can pull it right up right now. It gives me the source. I'm going to take this link, go into Google Scholar. I'm going to read the study. This is great. So I asked the AI a question. It gave me an answer and a research study. I can then go to that research study. Otherwise, this would have taken me, I would say, minimum 5 minutes, probably likely 30 minutes to find this study, unless this is one of the best cited studies. Oh, this is in people with type 2 diabetes. This is a very well cited article. It's got over 100 citations. All right, let me read this article here. By the way, if you want to play along at home, this is in the journal Nutrients from 2019. The title is Low Carb and Ketogenic Diets in Type 1 and Type 2 Diabetes. But this is supposed to be an epilepsy. Epilepsy. The increased production of ketones results higher than normal. Did they give me the wrong study? Did Google Scholar pull up the wrong study? There it is. Yeah, Google Scholar pulled up the wrong, or I clicked the wrong study. Sorry. That's not the name of the study. Google Scholar, why aren't you pulling this up? What's wrong with you? You're being silly. Huh. I don't know why that's working. Not working. Usually Google Scholar pulls up this research study pretty quickly. Here we go. Ketogenic diet and epilepsy. Thank you. This is in the journal Nutrients from 2019, October 2019 to be specific. The title is Ketogenic Diet and Epilepsy. Here we go. This is a great sentence, those of you interested. Since 1990, a number of publications on attempts to treat drug-resistant epilepsy with a ketogenic diet has grown so rapidly that it has become a challenge to see the overall trajectory and major milestones achieved in this field. They're just researching over the research of the last 2 years. It doesn't say how much. It'd be really great if they're abstract. The abstract is the thing at top that's kind of a summary. It'd be great if they said, the ketogenic diet improves this in this amount of people. So in the movie, in the documentary Fat, which I recommend everybody watch, it's just terrific. They say at the beginning, the ketogenic diet helps 1/3 of children. It basically stops epilepsy in 1/3 of children, and 1/3 it doesn't help. So about 2/3 of children receive substantial benefit from the ketogenic diet for epilepsy. I'm guessing adults are about the same. Hi, Tennessee. All right. So if you're just arriving, please put your first name, where you're from in the chat. If you just learned something, please put that in the chat. I'd love to check in with you, see what you've learned. Then if you have a question, I'd love to hear that. Nobody hates you, Jenna. I don't want to say nobody. I certainly don't. Why did her doctor tell her not to take MCT oil? Did he have a reason? Ocean favor? Awesome, JD Warwick. So please watch that documentary, check out the research, and please take action on this. It's really important. Currently doing no carbs and sugar and feel great. Awesome. Great job, Leanne. LED lights in epilepsy. I don't know. I use Google Scholar for everything. Yeah, it's great. Saw palmetto for hair loss. Let's ask the AI. And so, please, and if you've just learned something over the last hour, we've been on an hour and a half. Let me know. I want to know what you've learned. What's been good? And then I'll read those things for those who had just joined. It'll be a nice little summary because we talked about the benefits of sunlight. We talked about what to look for in a competent healthcare professional, right? And why it's important. We just talked about epilepsy. We talked about fluoride. What else did we talk about? The saw palmetto. Hair loss. There's some evidence that saw palmetto may be helpful in treating hair loss. Specific studies. Much saw palmetto. What is the dosage? It's not hair loss. There's no standard dosage for saw palmetto for hair loss, so it's best consult with a doctor. And then there's a study from 2014, an update on the efficacy of saw palmetto in the treatment of androgenic alopecia. So androgenic means caused by androgens. Testosterone is an androgen. By the way, women go through menopause, men go through andropause. Fun word, right? Androgenic alopecia. I'm guessing alopecia means hair loss. I think that's what it means. So androgenic alopecia. Could just say a male hair loss, but androgenic alopecia. That's in the International Journal of Trichology. What does trichology mean? Any guesses? What does trichology mean? Trichology is the scientific study of structure, function, and disease of human hair and scalp. That's amazing. That's such an unnecessary word to know. So this is from the International Journal of Trichology, Trichology. Trichology. Trichology is a scientific study of the structure, function, and diseases of the human hair and scalp. I wonder if it's a trichologist, someone who studies the hair and scalp. It's really funny to me. Is that funny to anybody else? Trichologist? Trilogy. No, trichology. Tricology. Hairdresser here, 30 years in the biz and educator. So you might be a trichologist. You're a semi-scientist. Hopefully you're a scientist hopefully you're committed to the truth. By the way, for those of you who committed to be scientists and committed to the truth, I applaud you. Big roar to you. I want you to think that of yourself and be willing to say when you're wrong and you don't know, especially when you're talking to children, because it's important for children to know it's okay for adults not to know the answer. And it's okay to be wrong. We want to model that. Unfortunately, many people in positions of power don't model those things. They often don't say, I don't know. And they often don't say, I was wrong. Those aren't words that we often hear from people in positions of power. And those would be very honest statements. Be like, hey, we tried this thing. We thought we knew what we were doing. Turns out we were wrong. We're going to do better in the future. That would be a good thing to say rather than, oh yeah, well, it wasn't my fault that it didn't work. Somebody else down in accounting, they got the budget wrong. And that's why we have this crazy debt. I thought we balanced the budget. Anyway, trichology. Okay. So if you're just joining, please put your first name, where you're from in the chat. If you learned something last hour, please let me know. And let's continue the fun here. Should we worry about the saturated fats and MCT oil? So MCT, so I'm using the software OpenAI, and Chat GPT is a great way to start for free. And so saturated fats and MCT oil slightly raise blood triglycerides. That's fat in your blood, and it does it in the short term, not the long term. And so it does that probably because MCT oil is just fat. And so by eating it, it temporarily increases fat in your blood, but not long term. And so that's MCT oil. It does not increase cholesterol. The more I know, the more I don't know. Absolutely, Sally. Committed to the truth my entire life. Awesome. I have not been committed to the truth. I was a very dishonest person for a long period of my life. Life is hard. Who's noticed that life is really hard when you're dishonest, right? Intentionally dishonest. Life is really hard. Um, a couple years ago, my roommate's girlfriend was extremely dishonest. Like everything she said, I just didn't believe. Almost everything. She'd say, she said, "I'm going to have heart surgery tomorrow." I said, "Huh, okay." And then I'd ask her boyfriend, "Is she having heart surgery tomorrow?" He's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Well, probably not, right? Because if she was, you would know." And then she'd be like, "Oh yeah, it was canceled last minute for this and this." I'm like, "Wow, I don't think that's true." And then she'd say, "Oh yeah, I did that thing." I'm like, "I don't think you did. I don't think anything you say is true. I just don't." She died very young. She died while they were dating. Actually, it's very very sad. I think that when we're dishonest, the world fights against us because we're fighting against the world. Like if I held up these socks, I said these socks fix every disease known to man, and I would try to say that and try to convince you, and I know that's not true. I don't think these socks do. They just have flamingos. By the way, if you haven't seen it, this is my flamingo. Flamingo is my spirit animal. Isn't this cute? Very happy. This is the longest night of the year. It's the darkest day. Flamingos are so bright and pretty. So if I were to try to convince someone that these socks are magical and solve every disease, I would be in resistance with the universe. If I were to try to tell people eating a bag of sugar every day is good for your heart and good for your brain, I would be certainly in resistance to the data and likely the laws of biochemistry in the human body. And if I were to tell you something and then I did the opposite, I'd be in resistance with my word. By the way, any people who've done the Landmark Forum, any Landmark Forum people, they're big into integrity with your word. That was a big turnaround for me, the Landmark Forum. Any Landmark folks? Do I have a day job? Um, I'm an entrepreneur, and my company is called Brain Fit for Life, and we help people prevent Alzheimer's disease with science. And so this is what I do. So being dishonest, you're in a fight with the world because your words, let's say in the past, my words did not match reality. I would say something that wasn't true, or I'd say I would do something and I wouldn't do it, or I didn't have the intention of doing it. That's where my person, my human body and my spirit are in a fight with reality. That's very stressful. It's very stressful to be fighting against reality, right? Like in Liar Liar, when he holds up the pen and he says, this pen is blue and it's really green. Um, that's a fight against reality because that's not true. So I highly encourage you to not only be committed to science and therefore be committed to the truth, because that's what scientists are. Be committed to the truth no matter what, but also be committed to honesty and doing the right thing and doing what you say you will do. That way you're in flow with the universe. Because not speaking the truth, you're actually in a fight with the universe. In my experience, anytime I've directly lied, it's come back worse than if I'd simply told the truth at the beginning. So if I did something wrong at the beginning, if I'd be like, "Yep, that was me. I made that mistake. I will accept the consequences. I'm sorry." That would have been way better than lying about it and then getting caught, or lying about it and then it comes back later. Like karma's a real thing in my experience. And in my understanding, in the Hindu religion, karma, I don't know if Hindu is actually a religion, Hinduism, uh, karma means action, right? And so you can't escape karma. Karma's action. Karma's life. And so if we send out, it's almost like Newton's laws of action and reaction. If I push against my fist, like it's my this hand is pushing against this hand at equal weight. And so if we do something, there's a karmic equal reaction. And so if we do something negative, like lie or cheat or steal or do something dishonest, it comes back to hurt us later. And that's been my experience. I wish I'd known that growing up. I wish I'd learned that. I wish I'd experimented with that early and say, okay, this week I'm going to lie. I'm going to see what happens. Oh, wow, I lost all my friends. That's a problem. Oh, wow, I got fired from my job. Oh, wow, my girlfriend dumped me being dishonest. Wow, that's good data. I wish I'd gotten that lesson as a kid. And then just, okay, for the rest, you can be scrupulously honest no matter what. That's a really good lesson to learn early on. So please tell your children, I don't know, if they ask and you don't know, and be the best you can. What do I think of astrology? I think astrology is fascinating. When you look at in-depth astrology, it is scary how accurate it is regarding someone's personal chart. Human design as well. I don't know how it works. Human design is in the realm of magic. What does that mean? It means that we don't understand how it works, but it works. Prior to Newton, gravity was magic. If you asked a scientist before Newton, why do things fall? I don't know. They just do. It's magic. We don't know. Well, why is this fall? Why'd that happen? We don't know. It's magic. You're a scientist. Yeah, we don't know. It was magic. We don't know why human design works. We don't know why astrology works. It's magic. Maybe at some point we'll understand. All right. Do I believe in manifestation? To some degree. Human design is really awesome. Can you read the comments while I talk? Not very well. It's like input and output at the same time. Lipophilic chemicals. What chemicals are you referring to? So lipophilic are fat soluble chemicals. What chemicals are you referring to for neurodegenerative diseases? I've not slept the whole night. Am I going to be fine? How old are you, Max Boy? M call. And I'm interested. How come you're here? This is a live stream for mostly for adults, likely older adults like 50 and above who want to prevent Alzheimer's disease. Based upon your picture, it looks like you are under the age of 18. I would highly suggest sleeping. What do you believe spirit is? Darned if I know. I don't even know all the molecules that make up this pen. I definitely don't understand the spirit that made the universe. Don't have a clue. I have a feeling it's a lot bigger than me, and then I'll understand. I definitely want to respect and honor it. I'll tell you that much. Oh, I loved this. I just listened to a great podcast. Well, it's an okay podcast because it's very technical with Elon Musk on the Lex Friedman show. Elon said this. Lex Friedman said, when you launched a rocket into space with people on it, how stressful was that? Elon said it was very stressful. And he said this, which is probably my favorite thing I've ever heard Elon say. He said, I am not a religious man. And that night I got down on my knees and I prayed. Wow. That's profound. The world's richest man, one of the most technically advanced minds on planet Earth, is not religious, got down on his knees and prayed for the safety and success of that launch with the people on it. So even he believes at some level there's something beyond just the simple physical world. I was really struck by that. I'm still struck by that. I'm emotionally moved by that. And I'm grateful that he said that. Thank you, Jenna. I do my best. Mary, you do Alzheimer's research? That is interesting. I'd like to know more. Okay, lots of comments here. I'm 19. I struggle with sleep tonight. It's already 5:30 in my country. Goodness, I'm sorry. So here's my sincere advice to you. Do not look at your cell phone 2 hours before bed and go to bed at the same time every night to the best of your ability. Whatever that time is. If it's midnight, if it's 1 a.m., if it's 11 p.m., find a time that's going to work for you 6 out of 7 nights and just go to bed and wake up at the same time every night. It'll suck for a while. It'll be really hard for a while. And turn off your phone 2 hours before bed. Right now you're on your phone, I'm guessing, trying to sleep. This is going to impair your ability to sleep. Sleep is so important. People die from lack of sleep, and people have accidents because of lack of sleep. It's very, very dangerous. I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm saying that to let you know that this is something you want to address right away. If you were my son, Max, and you were 19 and you had severe trouble sleeping, I'd say, hey, you're not going to go to school this week. You're not going to go to your job this week. The only thing we're going to do is we're going to get you set up for good sleep. That's it. Your whole day is just designed to get you to sleep well. And I would do that for a week. And then say, okay, now that you're sleeping well, we're going to design your life so that you can continue to sleep well. So that way you can be healthy And I want you to keep this for the rest of your life. You don't need to keep that exact same sleep schedule, but sleep is important enough to where you don't mess with it. I wish I'd learned this earlier. I would sleep deprive myself. It was very dangerous. I've driven tired a couple times. Certainly when I lived in Vegas, I fell asleep at the wheel at an intersection. I definitely could have died there. It's very, very dangerous. So that's my sincere recommendation to you. Prioritize your life like sleep is the most important thing, because it very well might be regarding your health. And you're going to do it every night for the rest of your life if it's a good night. And so I recommend you make it a priority. And you'll find the days are much better. I'm much smarter. I'm funnier. I'm more enjoyable. I'm more productive, and I'm happier when I sleep well. Who agrees with that? So let me know in the chat if sleep affects those things. If someone cannot sleep, then what? Find out what's causing the sleep challenge, right? Is it caffeine? Is it stress? Is it light? Is it sound? A friend of mine said, I have trouble sleeping. I said, why? She said, because my windows don't have covers and there's lights flashing in there all night. That's a problem. I will look up something on human parasites. My sign, I am a Virgo sun, I'm a Taurus moon, and a Libra rising. Okay, parasites. I got 2 questions about parasites. Let's do that, and then we'll take a pause for the cause, and I'll tell you about our wonderful sponsors. Me, I'm a sponsor of the show, and I have some free stuff for you. Okay, what's the question for blackout binds are great. Also, the Mindfold. I have a couple of videos on sleep. The Mindfold's amazing. Yeah, movement during the day for sure. Dump the phone 3 hours before the bed. That's so true. I'll dump the phone. You don't need to do it 3 hours. 2 hours is good. And then if you get blue blockers, those are good. And it's really important. Just turn off your phone 2 hours before bed. Don't watch television. Read a book. Listen to music. It might take you a couple days. It might take you a week to get used to. I don't know. But choose a consistent. Give yourself at least 8 hours in bed. Ideally 9 hours. So for me, because I do this late night, I sleep 1:30 to 10:30. That's when I'm in bed. That's later than I want to. I'd like to be up by 9, but I do the TikTok live so late that it interferes with that. So find an 8-hour window minimum, ideally 9 hours that works for you, that will work for you most days, and then do that, and then defend that sleep time. If people want you to stay out late for the first month, don't do it. You got to get it ingrained really well. Yes, I'm not sure, Mariah. I think it depends on the lion's mane. Good night, Ocean Favor. Okay. Okay, we got a bunch of people agreeing on sleep. All right, so human parasites. What question do you want me to ask on human parasites? What are human parasites? How many humans have them? How do they affect the brain? Let's see. Human parasites are organisms that live in humans and derive their nutrition from them. It is estimated that 1 in 3 humans have parasites. They can affect the brain in various ways, such as causing inflammation, altering neurotransmitter levels, and impairing cognitive function. How do you know if you have a parasite? That's a high number, 1 in 3. The only way to know if you have a parasite is to have a doctor take a blood sample your blood and stool. Do it. So I don't know about these cleanses. Dr. Shannon, who's a functional medicine doctor who I've had on the show a couple times, she's great. She told me that a lot of these parasite cleanses are dangerous. I will look it up. I don't recommend doing a parasite cleanse. First, confirm that you have a parasite. Symptoms of parasite infection include abdominal pain, diarrhea, fatigue, and weight loss. If it's just fatigue, I don't think that's enough evidence. And check with a doctor who specializes in this. How to do? I mean, the parasite cleanse would depend upon the parasite, right? I bet most of these people who have parasites, I'm guessing, are in third world countries with unsanitary conditions. That's my guess. Parasite cleanse typically involves a combination of dietary changes, herbal supplements, lifestyle modification, and it's important to consult a healthcare professional before attempting to ensure that it is safe and effective. So if you don't know what parasite you have, it's hard to cleanse it because you don't know what to do, right? It's like taking medicine if you don't know what disease you have, right? It's unlikely to work. You don't just go to the store and buy a jar that says medicine. You take if you're sick, you take a specific drug or antibiotic or steroid or something to help with a specific challenge, right? So you need to get tested before you do a parasite cleanse. Okay, now a word from our sponsor, me. I got some great free stuff for you, and so I'm really grateful to be here with you, and I want you to have these things. And when you sign up, you also get subscribed to my free email newsletter. My free email newsletter includes newsletters about the brain and things you can do to improve your brain health, and includes health-related offers as well that I think will be of interest to you. To sign up for the newsletter, Karina, would you please put the link in the chat? It says Linktree/Robert WB Love. Click there and then scroll down. The two free offers for me are my top 10 supplements. Just click that and then enter your name and email. I'll email you that free report, and you'll be subscribed to my newsletter. And you can email that free report to friends, family, anyone who will be helpful to. I share with you my top 10 supplements for the brain, why I take them, what I look for in a great supplement, the brands I take, and where I buy them. I share all that information with you. I shortcut years of research on my end. The research has been finding out good supplements to take, and then testing them out, trying them, and then constantly expanding my supplement regimen of things that work. So it's taken me a long time to put that list together. Next, also for me, is my free masterclass, How to Prevent Alzheimer's Disease. Same deal. Go to the link tree, click the free masterclass, How to Prevent Alzheimer's Disease, into your name and email. You'll get that for free as well. And if you want to sign up if you want to apply for a free memory test, a free FDA certified memory test, you can do that there as well. Also from me, I recently released this last week. This is Roar Lion's Mane. This is my Lion's Mane supplement. I went to 33 different supplement companies, over 33 different supplement companies. This was the best quality product at the lowest price. And I'm passing the savings on to you. I'm offering this at a great discount. And this has got 10 medicinal mushrooms in it. It's got lion's mane, cordyceps, reishi, shiitake, maitake, turkey tail, chaga, a button. It's got all kinds of great mushrooms in it. And some things to look for in any supplement, just so you know, are third-party tested, which means that an independent company has tested what's inside the supplement to make sure what's in there is what matches what's on the label. So that's really important. So this is third-party tested. Also GMP certified. That stands for Good Manufacturing Practices. This is what it looks like. It's this it's this medium brown supplement. It's got kind of a sweet smell to it. It's really delightful. So that's Roar Lion's Mane. It comes with free shipping. You get 4 bottles for $59, which is like $15 a bottle with free shipping, or 8 bottles for $98, which is like $12.50 a bottle. Crazy good. Like $12.50 for 30-day supplement. That's like less than 50 cents a day. Amazing. I take this at night. 2 reasons. It improves the quality of my sleep, and I get really vivid dreams. So when I go to bed, I now have adventures, and I'll wake up and I'll remember them. I'll remember multiple dreams. It's really cool. And I'm spending less time in bed now. My sleep efficiency has improved. I sleep better. It's really great. So I really recommend this. Comes with a money back guarantee. So that's my Lion's Mane supplement. And if you're already taking Lion's Mane, I ask you to take the Roar Lion's Mane Challenge. Buy this, try it, see if you like this better than yours. If you don't, I'm happy to refund your money. But this is an inexpensive test. If this is almost certainly less expensive than your supplement. I don't like to say that because it's not a cheap supplement. I've just made it really inexpensive for you because I'm selling it directly to you. It's likely less expensive than the supplement you're taking. It's a really high quality supplement, and I think it's better than what you're currently taking because this is darn good. All right, so that's the Roar Lion's Mane supplement. If anyone's ordered that and wants to say anything about it, that'd be great. And then what else we got there? We got, for those of you who are interested in weight loss, sustainable weight loss, Chad Tackett is one of the world's leading experts in sustainable weight loss. He's been in this industry over 27 years. He's helped tens of thousands of people. Literally, he's only had one refund in 27 years. That was for someone he didn't want to work with. They were a pain in the butt. He said, "Here's your money. I'm sorry you're not a fit for the program." Other than that, no one's asked for their money back because his stuff works. He is offering a free weight loss roadmap. This is where he asks you questions about how much weight you want to lose, what your body type is, what foods you like. And what they do is they map out a specific weight loss roadmap for you to lose the weight that you want over a certain amount of time. Then you meet with one of his certified weight loss coaches for a free consultation. And they go over your roadmap with you. And then if you want to continue to work with them, you can. You certainly don't have to. The call it's a no charge call. It is free. It's great information. A number of you have signed up to work with them and are getting good results. I'm really excited about that. So if you're interested in that, if you're interested in sustainable weight loss, if you're tired of the yo-yo diets back and forth, if you're tired of doing things that don't work long term, and if you're ready for better health for the rest of your life, go to the link tree and click and scroll down and click Chad Tackett free weight loss roadmap, and then go to that website and then apply. There's 16 slots available every week. There might still be some available. I don't know how many are still available for this week or for next week. So click that and apply, and that's a really great opportunity. If you want to work on your hormones, is there an average weight loss? Most people who sign up for something like this want to lose at least 20 pounds because they're really serious. Usually people who want to lose 10 pounds, it's usually more of a cosmetic thing. They're like, I want to look good for my daughter's wedding, which is great. But someone who wants to lose 20, 30, 50 pounds, if someone says, I want to lose 50 pounds, they know their weight is a danger to their health and they're much more committed. And that's usually who this is for. This is people who want to lose 20 pounds and up and are committed to it. That's the, but the average amount of weight loss, I don't know. Of his clients. I've seen testimonials of people who have lost 50 pounds, people who have lost 100 pounds, people who have lost 20 pounds, and then inches off their waist. So I don't know, Jenna. I don't know if anyone has that number. But generally speaking, people who stick with the program, and most people do, lose their intended weight. And it comes with a great guarantee where if you don't get the results, he'll continue to work with you until you do get the results. And delicious food as well. He's got a great diet program. What else is in the link tree? Dr. Shannon, this is free. If you want a hormonal assessment with Dr. Shannon, she's a functional medicine doctor. I've had her on. She's amazing. You can sign up with her. And then what else we got? What is it to lose 15 pounds? I don't know. Usually most people who want to lose 15 pounds, it's not like a health emergency. It's usually cosmetic. And I'm not saying don't lose 15 pounds. I'm not saying you can't. And I'm not saying the program's not right for you. But generally speaking, people who are in that 10 to 15 pound range, they're like, yeah, I could lose 10 pounds and I'd feel better about myself and I'd be a little healthier. But 20 or more is when like the health really kicks in. If you're like, I got to lose this weight. I don't want to be diabetic, or I want to reverse my diabetes, or I don't want to be obese anymore. Like it's that level. I'm not wearing lipstick. Not tonight. You can't, can one take Roar with antidepressants? Yes. And check with your pharmacist, please. What else is there in the link tree? All right. Any questions about those things? So the Harmony pendant. This is cool. So EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies, these are all around us. They're from our phones, our computers, our Wi-Fi. These have been dramatically increasing over the last decade. Some people are very sensitive to them. Let me know in the chat if you're sensitive to EMFs. Some people have trouble. What product should be 25? My Lion's Mane supplement? Yeah, I know it's a great price at 15 and 12. It's crazy good. I'm sorry, I got so EMFs. So EMFs have been dramatically increasing. Oh, anyone who's sensitive to EMFs had trouble sleeping around EMFs. I have a friend of mine who had trouble sleeping when they installed her Wi-Fi. How do you get to the link tree? Karina's posted it right there for you, user 3861. You can click that, or you can go here and then go to the link below my profile. And so EMFs are around us and are hurting a lot of people. Some people are really sensitive. I'm not super sensitive, but this is really cool. This is called a harmony pendant. There was an independent research study done by 10 different doctors in 9 different clinics. They found that EMFs basically impaired cardiovascular function and increased stress. And when they put this on people, it improved their heart health, and it reduced and it improved their mood and energy. And people report much better sleep with this. And so if you are sensitive to EMFs, if you think you're experiencing brain fog or trouble sleeping because of EMFs, this is worth a try. There's a great study about this. There's a bunch of information on the website. So if you want to learn more, click the link tree and click Harmony Pendant and check that out. This is ordinarily, thank you, Let's Ride. And then please check with your pharmacist. It's very important. I want to make sure that you're safe. In all likelihood, it is safe. This normally retails for $150. You can get it for $88. And it comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. So if this does improve your sleep, doesn't improve your brain fog, send it back. No problem. Yes, Hawk. It is absolutely possible. It depends on what stage you're in. The first thing to do is go on a low-carb diet and start taking MCT oil. That gets more energy to the brain. Some people notice that difference right away. Exercise produces a difference right away. Improving sleep produces a benefit right away. Some drugs, I've worked with a couple clients, and then someone just messaged me, I think it was today we were talking. She's on an antidepressant that impairs memory. It reduces acetylcholine. One of my clients was on drugs that for tremor, for essential tremor. That drug blocks norepinephrine. That drug impairs memory. So a lot of people who have early stage Alzheimer's disease, early stage memory loss, sometimes that's from prescription drugs. And I'm not saying change your medication. I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm not a medical doctor. What I am saying is that if someone's taking drugs that hurts their memory, it's a good idea to go to the doctor and pharmacist and say, hey, this drug has a side effect of impairing memory. I'm worried about that. What other options are there? And then work with your medical professionals to find a different substitute if you want to. So those things alone, I mean, changing drugs alone can make a big difference. Plus, there are other drugs and supplements that make a big difference. One of them is called aniracetam. Who's heard about aniracetam? Who's seen my videos on aniracetam? Any aniracetam fans out there? And if you're just arriving, please put your first name and where you're from in the chat. If you're an evolving line, give me a roar. And if you've been here for over 30 minutes, give me a roar. So Blackstone, you told me. I did tell you. Karina, you're a big fan of aniracetam. Any other aniracetam fans? Anyone else seen the videos on aniracetam? Got Debbie from Belfast. You need that bad. Roar, Lucky Crystal. Ray from Boston. We got the Philippines. Roar, roar, roar. It's difficult to find aniracetam. I agree. We got Georgie from Georgia. We got Lisa from Illinois. Cindy from Utah. Paul, based in New Zealand. Work for a U.S. neuroscientist. Awesome. Graham from San Diego. Roar. Ruth from Albany. Spreading love. Thank you, Francesca. So aniracetam, and this is, I was really annoyed because I shared this with, my dad shared this with his medical doctor, and how he dismissed the study was really annoying to me. So there's a study in Italy from 1991, and it was 109 patients, 1991 and 1994. And it was 109 patients in a double-blind, placebo-controlled study. This is the gold standard for research. These people had early-stage Alzheimer's disease. They measured their memory and behavior. And so what happened is the control group who took the placebo, they were declining. They continued to go down. The group that took aniracetam, they were declining. Then they leveled off, and then they improved. So at base, so 6 months later, their behavior, and I think their memory, but certainly their behavior, if I remember the study correctly, was better than it was at the start. The other group's down here. Amazing, right? And so I share this with my dad. 109 is a good size study. It's not great. I mean, ideally you'd have thousands of people, but this is great. It's also using a pharmaceutical drug that's been shown to be safe. The safety of aniracetam is not in doubt, right? So it is safe. And it does improve memory in animal studies and in human studies. And so I gave this to my dad, and he wrote on it, "This is awesome." And he took it to his cardiologist. His cardiologist said, "Oh, this research is old." I'm like, what? was in medical school then. So is he invalidating everything in medical school? 1994 is not an old study. I mean, are we invalidating all science before 1994? I was enraged. And then his doctor said this, and this annoys me too. I don't like saying it annoys me. I feel strong emotion when I hear this because I'm befuddled by this. He said, if this really worked, I would know about this, and everyone would know about this, and everyone would be talking about this. I said, that's what someone says who's not an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are often given that. They'll say, I have this idea for this business. It's going to solve this big problem. And you know what their friends and family said? If that worked, someone would already be doing it. Who's heard that before? Who's had a great idea, a great insight, a great thought, and then you've heard from friends, family, or others, if that were true, someone would already be doing that. Who's heard that? I love you too, Lucky Crystal. Anyone else hear that from other people saying, oh, if that's true, then someone would already be doing that? All the time. Exactly, Jenna. All the time. Like, I say, well, you clearly are not in business because that's how business works, right? I mean, so take this to the other thing. There's a healthy sugar. There are multiple healthy sugars. One of them is called erythritol. Erythritol is 0-calorie sweetener. It tastes like sugar, and it's not bad for your teeth. And so if I were to go to someone off the street and say, hey, I got this sugar, we could make candy out of it, and it wouldn't be bad for children, for their teeth. Wouldn't that be great? Someone would probably say, yeah, but if such a sugar existed, surely some big companies would be using this, and this would be available for everyone now, right? Clearly, that's what would be true. If this sugar was not bad for your teeth and did not have calories, by the way, erythritol is basically calorie-free, and it tastes good, then it would be in every single food made with sugar, right? That's clearly what would happen with this thinking, and it's not. It's hard to find candy with erythritol. And so we hear this all the time. Not all the time. We hear this often, right? If what you're saying is true, then this would be the case, right? I mean, it's similar. Who was on when I talked about epilepsy and the ketogenic diet? The ketogenic diet helps with epilepsy. Someone could very easily say, well, listen, Robert, if that were true, if it helped 2/3 of people with epilepsy stop epilepsy and the ketogenic diet is safe, then every doctor would know about it. And everybody who has epilepsy would be doing keto. That's a reasonable thing to say. That's not the way the world works. If it were, we'd have a very efficient world. That ain't how it works, folks. I'm sorry. And so I get this feedback from, I don't know what to call these people. I'll find, help me figure this out over the next couple of weeks. I want a name for people who poo-poo good information. If I say, look, this, according to research, this drug, aniracetam, improves memory in people with Alzheimer's disease. Well, if it did that, everyone would know about it. What do I call these people, right? I want a clever name for them. I keep on running into this. I keep on running into medical doctors that say, oh, Alzheimer's disease is the biggest problem on earth. And if this drug did anything at all, everyone would know about it, right? And then I'll lay data in front of them. Look, here's study after study after study. It works. To say, oh, this is old research. Like, what? It's crazy. All right, sorry, I'm going off on this. Lobsters. All right, any comments? You're my favorite. Thank you, Install. Big Pharma does stop things. I don't think they know about aniracetam. If I were Big Pharma, I would start marketing aniracetam. I would do clinical trials. I would get going. Stevia is great. Aspartame is terrible. Aspartame is really, really, really bad. Sugar is actually better. People who take aspartame are more likely to get diabetes. It might be correlational, but aspartame messes with the insulin cycle. Let me ask AI. Does aspartame So, and people are also more likely to be obese who drink diet soda than regular soda. Now, it might just simply be that obese people drink diet soda because they think that's going to help. It ain't helping. It actually makes things worse because it screws up the insulin response. Does aspartame increase risk of diabetes, specifically type 2 diabetes? That's not true, AI. There is evidence. There's evidence from the University of Texas, San Diego. Gosh darn it. I got to look this up the old fashioned way. Aspartame increases diabetes. Unless I'm wrong, I'm not committed to my position, but I've had this position for 10 years and I'm kind of emotionally committed to it. So it's going to take some strong data to overturn me. I don't want to make that confession too strongly. But my understanding is aspartame is terrible for your insulin response. I'm reading this study right now. It's called Soft Drinks, Aspartame, and Risk of Cancer and Cardiovascular Disease. Here it is. Thank you. All right. It is unclear whether doctors should recommend a replacement of sugar, like diet drinks, because some studies have found increased risk of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, or metabolic syndrome, which is obesity, with higher intake of diet soft drinks. Although it is possible that these are due to reverse causation. So the AI was wrong about this. So with 2 minutes of research, granted, I know the previous research, I know some of it. I was able to find a study that has 3 studies that say that aspartame is associated with diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and metabolic syndrome. So at this point, that AI is wrong. That's a problem. So AI is not perfect yet. Will it be perfect? I don't know. Probably not perfect. It'll probably be really, really, really darn good. All right, so let me read these studies. So there are 3 studies on this. There's one in the journal Diabetes Care, Diet Soda Intake and Risk of Metabolic Syndrome and Type 2 Diabetes in a Multi-Ethnic Study of Atherosclerosis. That's the title. So this is Diabetes Care 2009. And then there's another one, Journal of General Internal Medicine 2012. Diet soft drink soda is associated with increased risk of vascular events. Excuse me. And then another one, Circulation, the journal Circulation 2008, Dietary Intake and Development of Metabolic Syndrome, the Atherosclerosis Risk Community Study. Okay, so I'm going to open these for later reference. I'm wondering what's going to happen. Holy shit. This study was cited 1,000 times, 1,089 to be exact. Dietary intake of development of dietary intake and development of metabolic syndrome, the atherosclerosis risk in community study. Evidently, that's about a variety of things, I think, including diet soda. Okay, so a lot of studies here. Excuse me. Very interesting. So let me put this journal into here, into the AI. Is this research study? Please summarize this research study. This will be really cool. I don't know if it does this. Please summarize this research study. I wonder if I can read the paper. So I just entered a specific website. I said, please summarize this. Within a second, it gave me a paragraph. I don't know if it read it and gave me a paragraph or it has it stored somewhere. This is wild. I wish you could see this. Okay, so here's what it said. Quote, this study investigated the effects of a high-protein diet on body composition and metabolic health in older adults. The study included 82 participants, 65 to 79 years old, who were randomized in a high-protein diet or control diet. The results showed that the high-protein diet was associated with improved body composition, lower triglyceride. This is interesting. A diet high in protein was associated with improved body composition. That generally means lower fat, lower triglycerides, that's fat in the blood, and lower A1C levels. That's basically lower risk of diabetes. It's the amount of hemoglobin, I think, that binds to sugar, and that's an indication of what does I believe that's what hemoglobin A1C levels is a measure for diabetes. I think it measures how much sugar is binding to hemoglobin. What does HA1C test for? So for those of you who want to know the diabetes test, hemoglobin A1C is used to measure a person's average blood glucose levels over the past 2 to 3 months. It is used to assess a person's risk of developing diabetes and to monitor the effectiveness of diabetes treatments. That's the result of the test. That's not what it tests for. It tests specifically for hemoglobin binding. I think it's as the HA1C test measure the amount of hemoglobin binding to sugar. Yes, it measures the amount of hemoglobin binding to sugar, I thought. Okay, so hemoglobin A1C test measures the amount of hemoglobin binding to sugar. Basically, over 5.5% is at risk for diabetes. 6.5 is almost certainly type 2 diabetes. For those of you who are nerding out on hemoglobin A1C, if it's not just me. There's 186 of you here, so I'm guessing someone likes this. All right, so I'm going to input this other study about aspartame, and we'll see what it says. So diet soda, an increased risk of vascular disease, or diets or soda intake, and the risk of metabolic syndrome. Okay, so I'm going to go to this study. This is so cool. I can go to this thing, copy a link, and say summarize this. Oh my gosh. If I were in school at this point, I would so be using this and like put in a book and be like, summarize this chapter for me. So I get the summary before I read it. I remember it better. Please summarize this for me, this article. Oh my gosh, that's so fast. Okay. It gave me the response really quickly. This study included 19 participants aged 18 to 65 who were randomized to either low carbohydrate diet or a controlled diet for 24 weeks. The results showed that the low carbohydrate diet was associated with improved glycemic control, reduced body fat, improved cardiovascular disease. These findings suggest a low carbohydrate diet may be beneficial for including glycemic index. Well, where's the diet soda part? Okay, this is strange. So here are the results according to the paper. This paper, if you want to play along, diet soda intake and risk of incident metabolic syndrome and type 2 diabetes in a multi-ethnic study of atherosclerosis. This is from 2009. Here are the results. This is in the abstract. At least daily consumption of diet soda was associated with a 30% greater relative risk of metabolic syndrome. That's obesity, and a 67% risk of type 2 diabetes. Let me say that again for those of you, or for people wondering. And I've had discussions with people on my posts about aspartame, and evidently AI doesn't seem to know this. According to this study, one soda a day increased risk of type 2 diabetes by 67% and increased obesity risk by 36%. That doesn't seem like a simple calorie-free sweetener. It seems like it's messing with something, specifically messing with your insulin or your insulin, how your insulin works. All right. So there you go. Good. I feel vindicated because I disagreed with the AI. So they said there's no link between type 2 diabetes. Let me feed this information. What happens if I copy this? No, I don't want to do that. It's going to cost me too much. Well, it's not going to cost me too much money. I wonder if I can just feed the AI information, be like, look, read this study and remember this. So when I consult you later, you can give me good feedback. Oh, we got our friends on YouTube here. Free girls chat. That's not what we want, at least not tonight. I'm going to hide the user from the channel. Greetings, Dylan. You can go to my link tree. My link tree is link.tree T link t.ree dot Robert WB Love. I think that's right. Something like that. And then King Saxon, Oh, where do you buy aniracetam? Yeah, you got to search for it. Search buy aniracetam USA, or if you become a Patreon patron of mine. By the way, if you want to be a financial support of the show, you can check out our sponsors. And by the way, all the sponsors, I have vetted them pretty seriously. I wore this for at least 2 weeks before talking about it. I tried this for 3 days before talking about it, like every day. I've taken this for a long time. I do these things to test these things before I give them to you, because when I say, hey, I like this, this is good, I really want to mean it, and so it's really important to me that you know that all the things that I offer, I've vetted them, and the experts that are on there, the other people you can work with, like Chad Tackett and Dr. Shannon, they're great. I fully support them and what they're doing, and they're good people. They're out to make a difference in the world. So if you see something under my link tree, it means I've vetted it pretty seriously, or it's something from me that I've created that I want you to have. Right. Oh, so to be a Patreon patron. So if you want to be a financial sponsor of the show, you can click my link tree and scroll down to Patreon, click there, and you can be a patron of the show for as little as $3.33 a month. It goes up. I mean, you can sponsor for $100 if you like. That'd be great. And then with that, I share with you, there's specific videos and things that I make just for my Patreon patrons. I'm about to share with them my favorite or my top immune boosting supplements, right as we're about to hit cold and flu season. And I share with you where I get my aniracetam. So a lot of people become Patreon patrons, and then they immediately buy aniracetam. The first night I did that, this website sold out of aniracetam. We had so many people becoming patrons to buy it and learn about it. So if you want to shortcut the process, you want to learn where I get my aniracetam by becoming a Patreon patron, which is only $3.33, you can do that too. Or if you just want to be a Patreon patron because you're awesome, that'd be great. Because if you like the Lion's Den, you like the show, that'd be awesome. Third-party tested is good. Yes, absolutely, Angela. Look for third-party tested in pretty much any supplement you buy. Thank you, Karina. Thoughts on Niagen? I don't know it. Is this live? It sure is. Kobe Dodo. Kobe Dodo. That's funny. Kobe Dodo. Why is Dodo funny? You found an aniracetam for $50. All right. Well, there you go. Can you explain what fat soluble is? Yeah. Fat soluble means it's able to be absorbed by fat, or it's fat soluble means it can be surrounded by fat. So you got water soluble and fat soluble, or hydrophilic and hydrophobic, if we're going to use chemistry terms. So vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin. When you take a vitamin D supplement, take it with fat. It helps with absorption. A water-soluble vitamin, like vitamin B and C, those don't need fat. You can take them with fat, but they don't need fat. I buy soda water and add a better sweet. Can I buy soda water and add a better sweetener? Yes. You can buy soda water and add stevia or monk fruit sugar drops. Those will both work. ChatGPT only uses from 2021 and earlier. Yes. And clearly it's not perfect, because I said, does aspartame increase risk of diabetes? According to this study from 2009, I wonder if the AI is gonna be like, oh, that study's too old. 2009, you can't trust that. If diet soda increased the risk of diabetes, nobody would be drinking it, right? Everybody would know this. You could just see the AI telling me this. If this study were real, nobody in their right mind would ever drink diet soda if it increased the risk of type 2 diabetes by 67%. I agree. But still, that's the way of the world. Anyway, yes, it only goes to 2021, but it's not perfect, right? It didn't know this study, or didn't believe this study, or it's programmed to not believe this study. I don't know, but it didn't find this out. It didn't even give me a good summary of this study. It talked about other things. It talks about diet soda consumption, but it doesn't give that to me. It tells me about other things. So I don't know what's going on. All right. Where are we here? Third party tested is good. Have you heard of alipididia? No, I have not. So those are some big words. I have tried kombucha. It's nice. It's a great substitute for alcohol. How do I join Patreon? Thank you. If you click the Linktree link, which is if you go here, you can click it and find it there. If you and then you can scroll down and go to and click the Patreon, or if you go to Patreon, Patreon, patreon.com/Robert WB Love. You can go there. What if you just search Robert WB Love Patreon? Well, it comes up on my screen. I don't know if it'll come up on yours. It comes up on mine because I look up my stuff all the time. I have 43 patrons. Hooray. If you are a Patreon patron, thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. What is my favorite resource for medical studies? Well, AI is helpful for sure. It's not perfect. I like Healthline, HEL, Healthline. So I'll search Diet Soda Healthline, Diet Soda Healthline. And then I'll cite a bunch of studies. These are really well-written articles by humans at this point. These will be written by AI very soon. And it gives you the research on different things. It's great. So if we look up, check this out. I'll go Healthline, Lion's Mane. And they'll say the 9 benefits of lion's mane. Listen to the 9 benefits of lion's mane. Could protect against dementia. It almost certainly does. It helps relieve mild symptoms of anxiety and depression. It relieves anxiety and depression. Number 3, may increase recovery from nervous system injuries. Those could be brain injuries. So may increase recovery from brain injuries. Protects against ulcers and protects against ulcers. Reduces the risk of heart disease. Helps manage diabetes symptoms, may fight cancer. I didn't know that. Reduces inflammation, oxidative stress, boosts the immune system. 9 benefits of lion's mane. Those are awesome. That's got studies for each of those. Let me give those to you again. These are great reasons to do a lion's mane supplement. Number 1, protects against dementia. 2, helps anxiety and depression. 3, speeds up recovery of the nervous system like the brain. 4, protects against ulcers. 5, reduces the risk of heart disease. 6, helps manage diabetes. 7, may fight against cancer. 8, reduces inflammation. 9, boosts the immune system. Lion's mane, ladies and gentlemen, a medicinal mushroom from ancient Chinese and Japanese medicine, now coming to you in Western medicine with lots of great data. Nature is amazing. So Blackasone, I agree. If you want a great lion's mane supplement, here's mine. You can get it at a great discount, like $14 a bottle, free shipping, third-party tested, money-back guarantee. Click the link. Get yours while supplies last. Money-back guarantee. Who are the sources? Oh, Jetta, for this, there's different studies for all of this. So for boost the immune system, there's a study in, it's called Food Function. Here's this title of the study: Immunomodulatory Effects of Lion's Mane Derived Polysaccharides on Mediated Intestinal Immunology. So that's a difficult title for something on inflammation. This is here's the research study on inflammation. This is composition and antioxidant activity of water-soluble oligosaccharides from lion's mane. And this is from 2015. So it references all the studies, so you can check them out if you want to. Cancer. Some research suggests lion's mane may have cancer fighting abilities. That is in the Journal of Biomed Biotechnology, and that's from 2010. So it gives you the resources, which I love, because I want to look at the original papers. Very cool. Pamela, is this going to be on YouTube? Yes. I have someone to send this to. Fantastic. Yes. By the way, please follow me on at least one other platform in case TikTok goes away or in case I get banned. I've been banned before from talking about certain things. And so I do my best to not talk about those things. And who knows, because I talk about aniracetam helping with Alzheimer's disease, I might be banned. I don't know. So please follow me on another platform. There's Instagram, there's Facebook, and YouTube. I mean, follow on all three. They're all free. If you like the Lion's Den, I'm going to be doing some other lives. I think I'm going to start doing some lives on Instagram. You can follow me there. If you click the link tree, all the links to all my other things are there. And I'm Robert WB Love on every platform. So go to Instagram, Robert WB Love. Go to YouTube, Robert WB Love. This live is on YouTube streaming right now, so you can check out my live streams. What kind of magnesium is good for the body? Start with magnesium glycinate. If you want it specifically for muscles, do magnesium malate. All right, we got a question about Shilajit and a question about the pendant. All right, let's ask the AI about Shilajit. What are the health benefits of Shilajit? Please cite at least 3 scientific studies. This is so fast. It only cited 2. What's that about? Oh, there it is. So what this just produced in 20 seconds would have taken me, max characters. What if I increase that? I ran out of room. It cited 3 studies like that. It would have taken me a while to find those. A 2017 systematic review of randomized controlled trials found that Shilajit may be beneficial for improving physical performance and enhancing cognitive function in results. The review included 7 studies that assessed the effects of Shilajit on physical performance and cognitive function. The authors concluded that Shilajit may be beneficial. So it's not quite great at writing yet. This is basically saying the same thing. There's a 2017 review on physical performance and cognitive function. It concluded that it was beneficial. Then it says the authors concluded it was beneficial. Then it gives me this study. Another 2017 review makes the same conclusion, but different authors. This is weird, and published in the same journal. This is very strange. So it gives me 2 different studies, both from the same year, both from the same journal, the Journal of Phytotherapy Research. And they have different researchers and different titles, but they're the same year and they're the same topic and they have the same conclusion. Well, one is about oxidative stress and damage, excuse me. So it looks like Shilajit's good. What are the benefits of Shilajit for the brain? Shilajit is believed to have numerous benefits for the brain, such as improved cognition, enhanced memory and concentration, and reduced stress and anxiety. Additional research is needed. It may help with certain neurological disorders, such as Alzheimer's disease. Does Shilajit help with Alzheimer's disease? Please cite specific studies. Yes. A 2019 review of randomized controlled trials found that Shilajit may be beneficial in improving cognitive function and reducing oxidative stress in people with Alzheimer's disease. There we go. This just got interesting. The reviews include 6 studies. The authors conclude it may be beneficial. So this does not give a good review. It's really good at finding the study and saying what the general findings are. It doesn't write it up very well. I'm probably gonna need to train the AI to give me results the way that I want it to. So I think my next skill is learning how to interact with the AI to have it give me what I want, which is to search for answers in the scientific literature and then give me the answers in a way that's most helpful to me. and most helpful to you. So I'm going to look up this study on Google Scholar. I mean, that study doesn't exist. Well, that's just silly, as I think it does. No, that's not the study. Why is Google Scholar not pulling up what the AI finds? That is inconvenient. Let's just try good old-fashioned Google. You give me the study. No, you won't. Huh, how do I get this study? Is this an abstract journal? This is not helpful. Having trouble finding this study, even though I'm putting it into Google Scholar, which is supposed to have all the studies. What if I go to PubMed? This is surprising. I'm surprised I'm having difficulty finding the exact studies I want on Google Scholar. Usually it's really, really good. Pretty sure the AI isn't making this up. If it is, that's a real problem. If it's making up journals and studies, uh, this has suddenly become not useful. PubMed, you can't find this either? AI, how did you find this study? Neither Google Scholar nor PubMed has this. How is this possible? All right, let me go to Healthline. Healthline, Shilajit. Shilajit, benefits, side effects, and more. There we go, Healthline. Healthline is going to have studies I can find. Alzheimer's disease. Here we go. Here's what it says. Alzheimer's disease is a progressive brain disorder that causes problems with memory. Drug treatments are available to improve symptoms. The primary component of Shilajit is an antioxidant known as fulvic acid. This powerful antioxidant contributes to cognitive health by preventing the accumulation of tau protein. So you've probably heard of amyloid plaque. Amyloid plaque accumulates in the brain in between neurons. Tau protein accumulates inside the neurons. Both of them increase with Alzheimer's disease. Both of them are not good. Tau proteins are an important part of the nervous system, but a buildup can trigger cell damage. Researchers think that the fulvic acid in Shilajit may stop the abnormal buildup of tau and reduce inflammation, potentially improving Alzheimer's disease. Low testosterone. In one clinical trial of male volunteers between the ages of 45 and 55, half the participants were given a placebo, the other half 250 milligrams of Shilajit twice a day. After 90 consecutive days, the study participants receiving the Shilajit had significantly higher testosterone compared to the placebo group. That's interesting. Testosterone is not just important with sex drive. It's important in both men and women. Female leaders of sports teams are found to have higher testosterone than non-leaders or non-captains of the team, for example. Testosterone is involved in cognition, it's involved in energy, it's involved in goal-seeking behavior. Goal-seeking might be, I'm going to go kill that antelope so we can eat tonight, or it might be cleaning up the house. Goal-seeking behavior is achievement-oriented, and higher levels of testosterone are associated with that to a degree. Super high levels can be associated with aggression, but there's often something else. Usually it's not just someone has high testosterone, they're aggressive. Usually it's a couple different things. Humans are complicated. It's not as simple as one thing causes one thing. Okay, so this clinical trial associated with testosterone is from, so what I like about Healthline over the AI as of right now is that I can find all these studies really quickly. I don't know why I couldn't find that other one. So this one is in Andrologia, which seems like a testosterone journal, and it's from 2015. So they had greater free testosterone compared to the placebo. Very cool. All right. What else we got? Please talk about the pendant. Yes. So EMFs. EMFs are electromagnetic frequencies that surround us in our daily lives because we have electronics everywhere. Not everywhere, but we have electronics around us in our environment. We have Wi-Fi, we have televisions, we have phones, we have computers, we have laptops. And so the result of this is that there are a lot of EMFs around. Some people are extremely bothered by this, meaning they're physically bothered by this. It can decrease energy, it can cause brain fog, it can impair sleep, and it can just cause a general kind of anxiety. People don't know why they feel a certain way because human beings have not been exposed to this level of EMF, I think, ever. I don't know how much EMF was going around in ancient Egypt. I'm guessing less than today. I'm guessing today is probably the greatest level of EMFs humans have experienced today. Tomorrow will probably be more, because I think more electronics are made every day than destroyed. So it's increasing every day, right? That makes sense. We have more electronics in the world every single day. We're moving forward, I would guess, generally speaking. Maybe we cleanse some every now and then, but I think in general, electronics are increasing. So 10 different doctors got together to do a study in 9 different clinical settings. And what they found was that exposing someone to EMFs decreased their heart rate variability, which basically decreases cardiovascular health. Heart rate variability is difficult to explain. I don't fully understand it myself. It basically means how much your heart rate is going up and down in a healthy way. People with low heart rate variability have increased risk of heart disease and other health-related issues. People with stress have lower heart rate variability. Interesting. You think it would be higher, right? You think people are stressed could be like, oh my gosh, out here, then oh wait, on here. But that's not what they're measuring. So it impairs heart rate variability. It also, some people impairs energy and mood. In this study, what they found was that putting this pendant on people, I don't know how it works. I don't know what the science is. Putting this pendant on people increased heart rate variability 700%. So wearing this pendant when exposed to EMFs improves cardiovascular health. Let me show this to you. It looks pretty cool. It's got this cool design on the front. Isn't that neat? This is made of stainless steel. You can also get them out of kind of a rose gold looking thing. And look, it says Harmony on the back. I don't know if you can see that. You can see there's some writing there. So this, I don't know how this works. When I put it on, I can feel a slight difference. And I'm not super sensitive to EMFs. Some people are, and they'll probably feel this difference big time. And so this retails for $150. You can get it for $88 now with the holiday discount. If you want to get that, you can click my Linktree link. Click the first link. It's the Harmony pendant, and that'll give you the page with a bunch of information about it. Read that, and then see if you want to try it. It comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. So if you don't like it, you can send it back. If it doesn't work for you, send it back. If it doesn't improve your sleep or your focus, or you don't get any benefit, or you don't like it, or you just don't like the way it looks, send it back. No problem. By the way, look for that when you buy things. Some of you are subscribed to my newsletter. You're going to get health offers from different health offers. That's part of the newsletter. A good health offer comes with the money back guarantee. My guess is probably everything you're going to get from me in my newsletter has a money back guarantee. I don't know every single one of them. Most of them come with a money back guarantee. My guess is 98% have a money back guarantee. And if you buy something and they don't offer money back guarantee, let me know. I'll fix it for you. So good products come with a money back guarantee. Remember that. And so when someone offers you something, ask about the guarantee. This one comes with one. My supplement comes with one, and so forth. All right. Any questions about the pendant or EMFs? Lion's mane drops are good. Sure. I was doing Life Cycle Lion's Mane, which is a liquid lion's mane. That one's good. Something to help with insulin resistance. Yes. The ketogenic diet or the low carb diet. If you have pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes, I strongly recommend working with a coach or functional medicine doctor who specializes in helping people with type 2 diabetes do the ketogenic diet. I want to make sure you're doing it safely and doing it correctly. And it's serious. It's serious business. Reversing diabetes could be life-saving for you, certainly life-altering, right? whether or not someone's diabetic is certainly a huge difference in their life. And the ketogenic diet can help reverse type 2 diabetes when done correctly. And so I recommend finding a coach or a professional who specializes in the ketogenic diet for reversing insulin resistance and doing that. Someone gave me a candy cane. Thank you. What's it called? This is called the Harmony Pendant. HARMONI pendant. It's in my league tree. It's in the top. How to get rid of autoimmune rashes. I would recommend going gluten-free to start. Ray Klein. I think that's the first place to start with autoimmune disease. Could what be dangerous to your heart? Could this? Extremely unlikely. I think the EMFs are at much greater risk to your heart. I don't see a scenario where putting on this pendant would be damaging to your heart. It improves heart health. EMFs, I think EMFs are dangerous to the heart because they decrease heart rate variability. This increases heart rate variability. How do we find a natural doctor? I'm in Costa Mesa, California. I would search. Oh, by the way, tomorrow we are going to have a guest. We're going to have Dr. Taylor Mitchell, who's a naturopathic doctor. She works with clients remotely, and she'll be on here answering questions. You are welcome, BZZZRB. She'll answer questions. She's lots of fun. She's a friend of mine from Boulder, and she's an expert in health and a naturopathic doctor, and she has a virtual practice. I would search functional medicine doctor, Costa Mesa, California. See what you get. Call them. Find out what you got. I ordered lion's mane. How long should it take to receive it? I don't know. With Christmas coming up, I would allow. I'll put you. So all orders made tonight and early tomorrow, I'll put those in tomorrow. I would allow minimum 5 days, five business days of shipping. I took a call. Thank you for the info. Okay, you're welcome. Hi, question about vertigo. Good evening. I watch you all the time. Well, thank you, Marks. Thanks for saying hi. Is this the first time you've commented? By the way, if you're new or you haven't said hello, please chime in and say hello. I'd love to say hi. What can I take for a tumor on the cranial nerve? Goodness, that's a serious question. I don't know. I would really work with a good neurologist and functional medicine doctor. That is outside my realm of expertise. Generally speaking, for cancer, this is not medical advice and this is not specific to you. Generally speaking, melatonin has an anti-cancer benefit. So does curcumin, I believe, and Ceylon cinnamon. A lot of the healthy herbs have anti-cancer properties. So does fasting. I do not know about a tumor on the cranial nerve. Let's ask the AI. I'm not expecting anything helpful for this, but let's ask what to do about a tumor on the cranial nerve. Are there supplements to take or foods that could help? So it says consult a medical doctor. Depending on the size, involves surgery, radiation, or chemo. Those are the 3 treatments for cancer. Cut it out, radiate it, or poison it with chemo. Some supplements and foods may be beneficial in reducing inflammation. These include omega-3 fatty acids, turmeric, ginger, berries, and green leafy greens. So this is health advice in general. So what the AI says, I think this is certainly incomplete information, is supplements that reduce inflammation could be helpful. These include omega-3 fatty acids. This says turmeric. I would say curcumin, ginger, and foods high in antioxidants like berries and leafy greens. I wonder if I should have this microphone here. My YouTube people, is this better? Hello? Is this any better, YouTube people? All right. So that's what we got. Any advice for bad heartburn? Well, what's causing it? What's your diet like? Is your diet clean? Angela, yes, I need one. What do you need, Angela? Hello, I'm new here. Happy to find you. Welcome, Rebecca. Thanks for being here. This is the Lion's Den. We are evolved lions here, or evolving lions. We're committed to our health, our wellness, and evolving, and then sharing this information with others. We also like lion's men. That's why lion's mane. That's why we call it the Lion's Den. And Lion's Den sounds really cool. Great to have you. What can I request when buying a supplement to be sure it's tested? Ask for third party tested. That's what you say. Third party tested. So my supplement, Roar Lion's Mane, is third party tested. If you search on Amazon, you can look for third party tested. That's what to look for. Is it okay to take different vitamins at one time or always separate? Sure, you can take them at one time. Don't take certain minerals together. Don't take copper and zinc together. They compete for absorption. And don't take calcium with magnesium. I think calcium inhibits something else. What minerals? Iron? What minerals does calcium compete with for absorption? Hard for me to have the microphone here and type here. I don't know how to have the perfect setup here. I don't know if there is such a thing as perfect setup. Try this. All right. What minerals does calcium compete with for absorption? Absorption. Yes. Calcium definitely competes with magnesium. It competes with something else. Calcium competes with minerals such as iron and zinc. What? It also interacts with certain medications. So this left out magnesium. I didn't know calcium competes with zinc. Let me confirm that. Does calcium compete with zinc for absorption? I know copper does for absorption. High calcium diets can reduce net zinc absorption. All right, there you go. So calcium evidently inhibits a couple things. It inhibits zinc, iron, and magnesium. So that could be a problem. What are signs of MS? Let's find out. Let's ask the AI. That'll give me a better answer. By the way, were any of y'all here when we discussed the signs of a heart attack? There were 5 of them. People got most of them. So the signs of a heart attack, by the way, are number 1, chest pains. You'll remember that. 2 is nausea or vomiting, which I found interesting. What else was there? 3 was like pain in the upper body, including the jaw and like tension up here. I forget what 4 and 5 were. I'll ask the AI. All right, so signs for multiple sclerosis can vary widely. They include muscle weakness, numbness or tingling in the extremities, fatigue, vision problems, dizziness, and balance problems. Additionally, some people may experience cognitive difficulties, depression, and bladder and bowel problems. So they're not very specific. What are 5 signs of a heart attack? All right. What are the other signs of a heart attack if you want to play along? 5 common signs are chest pain, shortness of breath, I missed that one, pain or discomfort in the arms, neck or jaw, nausea, and a cold sweat. Thank you. I can listen to you and learn. You are welcome, Russell. Hi, how do I sneak lion's mane into my grandma's food? She can't remember anything and doesn't know. You don't need to sneak it. Get this. This is a lion's mane coffee substitute. It's delicious. It's called Omyum. You can get it at a great discount. I got a great link. I talked to the owner. I've tried this for 3 days before I told anybody about it. It's amazing. It tastes great. Grandma will like this. Put just mix this as a hot chocolate for grandma. She will dig this. Mix with a little MCT oil. This is called Omyum. If you want to get this, click the link here or click my Linktree link, which is below my profile picture. Or Karina, can you drop that in the chat, please? And then click the lion's mane coffee replacement. And then subscribe. That drops the price down from $50 to $40. And then when you use my discount code, LOVE15, that That saves you another 15%. That drops the price to $1 a day. Grandma's gonna love this. My parents love this. It's so good. It's so very, very good. I take it most days. So you don't need to slip her lion's mane. She will eat this. Thoughts on turkey tail? It's great. I put it in my supplement. It's great for the immune system. What do I recommend for Nikki's encephalopathy when thiamine didn't work? I don't know, Holly. That's a very specific question. I am not an expert in Nikki's encephalopathy, and I'm certainly not an expert when thiamine doesn't work. Sorry, that's really outside the realm of what I can help you with. Hi, Sherry. What supplements can I take for daily headaches? Well, what's causing the headaches? Your headaches might be caused by lack of sleep, by lack of sunshine, by increased stress, by a lack of nutrients. You might be eating too much sugar, too much caffeine, caffeine withdrawal. So I don't know what's causing your headaches. I'd recommend removing something before adding something. Removing something like removing sugar or reducing sugar. That can help. Or add some sunshine. Said take a B complex with fish oil. Yes. What is a B complex? What is a B complex? And the best to get. So I take two different B complexes. I take a Thorn B complex and a Garden of Life. They're both good. Those are two brands that I like. I'm not sponsored by either. They're both pretty good. So B complex is all the B vitamins, not just a B6 or B9 or B12. Please suggest a good water filter. Berkey, Berkey. It's a fluoride-free water filter. What's my thoughts on Morels? Delicious. They're great. Any ideas for tinnitus? Yes. Yes, bartender mom. Bartender mom. That's a very interesting handle. So, bartender mom, I'd recommend Hydergine, Hydergine. Let's see if the AI knows about Hydergine. Hydergine's great. Tell me about Hydergine and its benefits. Hydergine is a prescription medication used to treat dementia and other age-related mental decline. It is thought to work by increasing levels of certain neurotransmitters, improving circulation in the brain. I think that's right. I think it improves oxygen in the brain specifically. Benefits of Hydergine include improved cognition, better memory and concentration, reduced fatigue. It also helps with tinnitus. Does Hydergine help with tinnitus? Please cite a study. A 2020 systematic review of randomized controlled trials found that Hydergine may be beneficial in reducing tinnitus. Awesome. The review included 5 studies, and the study is from the Internal Journal of o, 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 Otolar. Otolar and what on earth? I can't even say. I'm gonna try. It's spelled OTOL, Otol, ARYN, Gology. Otolar ingology, which I'm guessing is auditory something. So Hydergine. So bartender mom, talk to your medical doctor, not giving you medical advice. Ask your medical doctor about Hydergine. Not only does it help with tinnitus, it also improves brain function. It's a double win. Seriously, if you have tinnitus, make it a mission. If I had tinnitus, I would make it a mission to find someone to help me get Hydergine. That's what I would do because it's good for the brain and it's good for tinnitus. Low libido, exercise, so helpful. Exercise increases testosterone in both men and women. Exercise and sleep. And then a low carb, higher protein diet. So cut out the sugar, exercise more, sleep better, and then reduce the stress. It's hard to have a libido when we're super stressed. We don't want to make babies when we're feeling stressed because the world feels unsafe. Thank you, Marks. I work at the Mayo Clinic. I should consider working there. Well, thank you. That's such a wonderful comment. I appreciate that. I love that the Mayo Clinic is kind of cutting edge with with Reiki. I believe the Mayo Clinic is doing Reiki, which is really helpful. And so like nurses are doing Reiki. Like I'm trained in Reiki. That's a really great thing to do for their patients. I appreciate that. I work in nursing homes. Awesome. Thank you for doing that. People in nursing homes need loving help and care. I wish I could influence nursing homes. I wish I could just meet with a bunch of presidents of nursing homes, and whoever makes decisions. Be like, hey, let's change your menu. Let's get rid of carbs. Let's serve a bunch of really healthy food. Let's give them MCT oil. Let's give them lion's mane. Let's have some better exercise. We will improve their cognitive function. And whatever you need to charge to do it, do it. You're welcome, G Harper. It's hydrogen, Hydergine, hydrogen. Also discovered by Albert Hoffman, who discovered LSD and psilocybin. Why specifically need a B complex with fish oil? Wild Alaskan salmon is good. So you want a B complex with fish oil because you want to take all the B vitamins, not just one of them. And B complex is important for multiple brain functions. Vitamins B6 and B12 help make neurotransmitters. They also clear out something called homocysteine. If you have low levels of homocysteine, it means that you're at increased risk for cardiovascular disease as well as dementia, as well as it means you're not clearing things out. Homocysteine is a cycle. And when you have appropriate levels of homocysteine, it means your body is effectively clearing things. If you have low levels, it means you're not clearing things. Or excuse me, high levels. If you have high levels, it means you're not clearing things, and you have low levels of B vitamins. So it's important to take B vitamins and fish oil. I take them together to make sure I take both of them. Both are important for brain function. All right. I think we're going to end with that. And would that work with brain lesions? I don't know. I don't know, Kobe Dodo. I would ask a medical doctor. I have a question, please. Misty Turtle or Misty Tuttle, what's your question? I have heard of berberine. I don't know if it helps with diabetes. Let's ask. Does berberine help with diabetes? I would do the keto diet with a keto coach. There's great data on that reversing type 2 diabetes. And it's very safe, very effective. There is some evidence that berberine may help with type 2 diabetes. A systematic review in 2018 found that may be beneficial for reducing fasting blood glucose, A1C, and triglycerides. So that could be an effective supplement. And that's from Phytotherapy Research. Again, the same journal, Phytotherapy Research 2018. So yes, it may be helpful. I would recommend also doing the ketogenic diet with someone who knows what they're doing, a coach or expert who works in that. You work in a nursing home and all hydrogen, Hydergine. Berberine is spelled like this. Exactly, Flower Lady. The 15% off code is LOVE15. That's awesome, the MM cell. 4 fish oil pills a day. 1 B complex a day is probably sufficient. Good question. I take my D3 in the morning. I don't have a video on my daily supplement regimen. I'll probably make that. Krill oil is great. What's the best form of lion's mane to get? So I'm partial. I'm very biased because I have one that I think is great. It's called Roar Lion's Mane. It's a blend of 10 medicinal mushrooms. And I went to over 33 different supplement companies to find the best quality lion's mane supplement and supplements in general at the best price. And I'm passing the savings on to you. So you can get my lion's mane supplements for about $15 a bottle if you buy 4. with free shipping, or $12 a bottle or $12.50 a bottle if you buy 8. And it comes with the money back guarantee. It's third-party tested. Whatever you get, look for third-party tested. It means it's tested by an individual company to make sure it has what it says it has. It makes sure the label matches what's in the bottle. And it's also GMP certified, which means that's good manufacturing practices. So look for that in whatever supplement you get. That's a good telltale sign. So it's got those cool certifications right there. Can't really see that. It says third-party tested, GMP certified, made in the USA. So I have a great lion's mane, and that it's also with 9 other medicinal mushrooms. Life Cycle also has a good lion's mane. That's more expensive. That's about $30 a month. Mine's about 15 max. But the Life Cycle is great. I've taken it for over a year. It's good. I would not do B12. I would do a B complex. You joined my Patreon. Thank you so much, G Harper. I so appreciate that. Thank you, Poop Face. I love Poop Face 77. Keep this man safe. I got to take a screenshot of that. Oh no. Sorry, I just lost you. Got to take a screenshot of Poop Face. There we go. That's so very, very funny. Okay, help with tinnitus. Did I just answer? Tell me I just answered that, Beach, please. Did you just join Hydergine? I went Hydergine, Hydergine. Hydergine improves both tinnitus and is great for reducing tinnitus, and it's great for the brain. Okay, there's someone who worked with nursing homes. This was trying to ask a question. I'm trying to find your questions, and I'm stuck. Hello from New Jersey. Hi. Started taking lion's mane, ended up with a migraine last week. It could be, Amber. You might be allergic to mushrooms. I don't know if they're related. Some people take lion's mane and don't have good results. I don't know if that's you or not. If it's me, if it's my lion's mane, like one way to do it is to ask your body, is to hold this or take the supplement and be like, body, do you want this? And see if your body says yes or no. I'm not kidding. It's called muscle testing. There's other words for it as well. So that's worth considering. So Amber Brown, I don't know why you have migraines. I had headaches when I started drinking celery juice, and I could tell I was kind of like cleaning something out. I don't think that's what's happening, but sometimes it works. I really want it to work. It was Paul Stamets's. I don't know. Try it. I mean, if you're taking his, you might as well get mine and then see which one you like better. I think that's a good idea. His is also very expensive. And I like Paul Stamets a lot. I'm not saying anything bad about him or his work or his company. He's great. I got to interview him. I got to moderate a panel with him. He rocks. I don't take B12. I take a B complex with B12. So B complex has all the B vitamins. Good night, Metal Siok. Turkey tail is great. Can I take it in the morning on an empty stomach? What is it? Thank you, Sophie. Would you partner with Mark Cuban? Sure, I love Mark Cuban. Do you know Mark Cuban? Actually, friends of mine from business school got to party with Mark Cuban off of Shark Tank. What dosage and how many? You got to tell me what you're talking about. We've talked about a number of different supplements. Liquid Land. Great price. Thank you. I love yoga. Hooray. I enjoy David Sinclair and Andrew Huron's podcast. They are great. I love them. Those are two of my favorites. Okay. Roar to you, Greg Foster. Welcome. Yes, my lion's mane's in my league tree. Thank you. Where am I working now? I am in Cincinnati, Ohio right now. What's up from Chicago? You're welcome, Twosome. Hydergine, thank you. No, D-E-R, not D-R-E. G Harper, you're close. Hydergine. You're amazing. I've taken so many notes in this live alone. Awesome. You rock. Hi, I'm from Austin. I was just in Austin. Thank you for posting your videos of very educational for me. Thank you. Muscle testing. Yes. The other word is kinesiology. Thank you. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking that, but that's the word. Dermaglow. Love that. Outstanding. Interesting. So don't take B12. Take a B complex. You want to take all the B vitamins, not just B12. Yeah, all the information about my education experience is in my link tree if you'd like to learn more about my education experience. Hello from Oxford, Ohio. Hello, Youngstown, Ohio. Oh, awesome. Oh, hi, Amber. You're close. I'm in Cincinnati. Can you take turkey tail before bed? I don't know. You might want to take that with food. There you go. That's how to spell it, G. Harper. Hi from Paris. Sweet. Can you combine anirastatin with lion's mane? Yes, those go really well together. Hello from Virginia. Fantastic. B complex is better liquid form so you can absorb it. Yes, and I think B complex capsules are also pretty good. It depends on it depends on the supplement. I like Thorn B complex. That's really well. Seems like a bunch of y'all just came in. If you just arrived, please put your first name and where you're from in the chat. And if you've been here for a while, please drop in the chat what you've learned so we can review this live with those who just joined us. Oh my gosh, it's 1:15. It's 1:15. Oh, it was supposed to end at 1. How crucial is it to take vitamin K with D3? It's not crucial. Stacy from Omaha. Hi, Stacy. Welcome. We got Megan from Utah. We got Amy from Chillicothe, Ohio. We got a bunch of Ohioans. Do you trust drugstore vitamins? Not really. I generally buy mine online. Hi from South Africa. Amazing. Well, hello there. Hello from Oregon. Bishun from Haiti. Well, hello. Lori from Iowa. Palm Harbor, Florida. In the house. Where am I? I am in Ohio right now. Shell from Illinois. Hi from California. Is coffee caffeine? Is the coffee substitutes caffeine free? No, excuse me. It has chocolate in it, so if you can't have any caffeine, don't get that. The coffee replacement, the lion's mane coffee replacement, has some caffeine. Hello from Nairobi. All these wonderful people from around the world. Does adding honey to Bavarian hunger negate the probiotic? No, honey does not negate the probiotic. Sugar is not helpful, so make sure you get sugar yogurt without sugar. Hello from Washington D.C., Texas. Yes, I do have my top supplements in the link tree. Absolutely. Hi from Oregon. Hi from Montana. Hi from 20 Montana. Third party tested. Yes. Because of you, I bought NMN and resveratrol. Awesome. My husband was beginning dementia. I'm very sorry to hear that, Radio Love. Make sure to watch my free masterclass. Great. This is a great lead into that. So I'm gonna share with you some free resources before I go to bed. I'm trying to do the live so I can get to bed. But y'all are so wonderful. And then when I want to sign off, just more people come in. I want to answer your questions and hang out with you. So here are some free resources for you. So here are some words from our sponsors. I'm one of the sponsors. So on the link tree, if someone would post the link tree in the link, that'd be great. Karina or Ashley, if you're still here. It's also up here. It's the or it's this part right here. It is a link to the different resources that I have for you. So here are some free resources from me. First is my free report, my top 10 supplements. Just click that in the link tree, enter your name and email. I'll email you my top 10 supplements. You will also get added to my newsletter, my free email newsletter, where I send you brain health tips. You'll also get offers from other health offers in there as well. Next is my free masterclass and Radio Love. Please watch the free masterclass and take notes. This can be really helpful for your husband, and it's free. And I made this. I really wanted to help people. I wanted to share what I understood or what I do understand about Alzheimer's disease so you can take effective action. That's also under my link tree. That is the masterclass, the free masterclass, How to Prevent Alzheimer's Disease. Click that link, enter your name and email. I'll send that to you. Do that now, and I'll send you the link in your email so you can watch that tomorrow and take notes. Next, at the top, next is my supplement, my lion's mane supplement. A lot of you wanted lion's mane. A lot of you are asking for high quality supplements. This is a really high quality supplement. This is third party tested. Third party tested means that an independent company has investigated this to make sure that what's on the label, the ingredients, are actually what's in the supplement. That's really, really important. So this is third party tested and GMP certified. It's a really high quality supplement. I take this at night. It gives me vivid dreams. Plus it improves my sleep quality. I'm spending less time in bed now. It's super awesome. It's made in the USA and it's also GMP certified, which means good manufacturing practices. I went to over 33 different supplement companies to find this. This is the best quality product at the best price, and I'm passing savings on to you. I have this a great price for you for the holidays. If you buy four, you get four for $59, free shipping anywhere in the world. I talked to the supplement company, like, yes, we can do anywhere in the world. Free shipping anywhere in the world. 4 bottles, $59. That's like $15 a bottle. That's awesome. It's a 30-day supply, 60 capsules, two capsules a day. If you get 8 bottles, it drops down to like $12.50 a bottle. That's awesome. Buy some for you, buy some for a present. It probably won't arrive in Christmas by Christmas, by the way, at this point. Comes with this 90-day money back guarantee. I stand behind this product 100%. If you don't like it for any reason, I'll give you a refund. And if you're already taking Lion's Mane, some of you are, I invite you to take the Roar Lion's Mane challenge. Buy this and then test it compared to the one you're taking. See which one you like better. If you like the other one better, just let me know. I'll issue you a refund. You don't even need to send the Lion's Mane back. You can keep it. Keep the Roar Lion's Mane, and you'll get your money back just for testing it, if that is what you want. So that's the Roar Lion's Mane test. You can get that in my link tree or up here. It's the link below my profile. So that's that. Next is the Harmony pendant. So this helps protect against EMFs. EMFs are electromagnetic frequencies. These are all around us from our electronic devices, from our computers and phones and Wi-Fi. New research shows that EMFs might impair cardiovascular disease. They may impair sleep, cause brain fog, all kinds of problems. 10 different doctors in 9 different clinics did studies on this device. This is made out of stainless steel. It's called a Harmony pendant. It looks really cool, doesn't it? And what this does, they measured people's heart rate variability, and then they put this on people, and they found that their heart rate variability improved, meaning their cardiovascular health improved. That's cool. I don't know how it works, but if you want to read about it, read the science about it, and if you want to get it, click the Harmony pendant in my Linktree link, and then you'll get a nice discount. The discount, or this retails for $150, and you can get it for, I think, $88, something like that. I don't know if there's shipping involved, but yeah. And it comes with a 60-day money back guarantee. So see if it improves your sleep, see if it improves your brain fog, see if you like it. If you don't, send it back, no problem. Also comes in a very nice box, very nice gift. Next, Chad Tackett. If you are committed, this is free. If you are committed to sustained weight loss, if you want to lose at least 20 pounds and you're 100% committed to doing it, and you're tired of the yo-yo diets, you're tired of doing things that only work temporarily. If you want long-term sustained weight loss, I invite you to apply for a free weight loss roadmap with Chad Tackett and his team. Chad Tackett's been doing sustainable weight loss for 27 years. He's excellent. He's helped tens of thousands of people lose the weight and keep it off, whether it was 20 pounds or 150 pounds. I'm not sure the maximum amount he's helped someone lose. It's at least 100 pounds and keep it off. He's amazing. And you get a free weight loss roadmap. You answer a couple questions: how much weight you want to lose, what food you eat, what your body type is. And then they create a customized roadmap to you. And then they go over that with you with a certified weight loss coach. The call is 100% free. It's by application only. There's only 16 spots available per week. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, click the link that says Chad Tackett free weight loss roadmap and apply there. And then you'll get a free consultation with one of his certified weight loss coaches. And then if you want to work with Chad and his team after that, you can. You don't need to, but that's available to you if you want ongoing support. And then what else is in the link tree? So we got the Roar Lion's Mane, we got the Harmony pendant, we got the free report, we got the free masterclass. We got a free masterclass on long haul virus. You know what virus I'm talking about. If you or someone you love has had long haul virus and has having trouble recovering, there's a great masterclass from Dr. Linnell King from Johns Hopkins. He shares the science with you on how to recover from long haul virus. And that's free. That's at the very bottom. If you would like to be if you would like to financially support this show, if you want to support the Lion's Den, that's what this is. That's my live stream that I do most weekday nights. If you want to support my channel, you can do that and become a Patreon patron. That is below my Linktree profile. And you can do that for as little as $3.33 a month. If you like the Lion's Den, if you like my videos, if you like what we do here in the Lion's Den and the science we talk about, please subscribe to me on at least one other channel. I don't know. I've been banned from TikTok before from answering certain questions about health. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. If it does, I want to make sure that we can stay in communication. So subscribe to me or follow me on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, at least one of them, ideally all three. And that way you can still have access to this information just in case TikTok becomes banned in the United States. Hopefully not. I love TikTok. It's great. Oh, and please participate in the free research study. So this is just 5 minutes. It'll take just 5 minutes of your time. Please answer a few questions. And I'm using that data to help uncover some of the risk factors for Alzheimer's disease. And if it's good data, I'm going to publish it. Oh, and Morning Man greens. If you are interested in athletic greens, who's interested in athletic greens? You know, Dr. Andrew Huberman talks about them. Tim Ferriss talks about them. I recently ordered some. They're very healthy and they don't taste very good. This is Morning Man. This is has very similar ingredients to athletic greens. It tastes awesome. It tastes awesome. Same price. And when you subscribe and enter my discount code, it knocks the price down from $100 a month to 63, something like that. So it's like $2 a day. So you can get basically really good tasting athletic greens for $2 a day. And again, take the Morning Man challenge. If you take athletic greens, buy this and see if you like it better. It has a 365-day return policy. You can return this a year later. That's how serious they are about the return policy. It's delicious. Mothers, if you want your children, this has got like 50 different superfoods in it. I can't show you the I can't show you the label, but look at all the stuff that's in here. All these superfoods. If you want your children to eat healthily and you have trouble having them drink smoothies or athletic greens taste like garbage, it doesn't taste like garbage. It just doesn't taste great. This tastes delightful. Kids love this. It's so very, very good. You can add that to a smoothie or you can just drink it and add it to water or add a little fat to it like MCT oil. It's terrific. All right. So that's what I got for you. So any questions about all of that? I did do a taste test. I filmed it. I haven't published it yet, but I will. I did it yesterday. Which supplement can be good for men who have hair loss? I just saw palmetto, interestingly, is helpful. Am I using a red light? So I'm sitting in front of my computer and my computer changes to like a red light at this time. I joined. Awesome, Angela. Thank you. There's no option to buy a single bottle of Lion's Mane. No, only, so in order, I'd have to charge you like $30 a bottle plus shipping if you're only to buy one. The only way I can offer these good prices is 4 bottles and 8 bottles, and I give you free shipping. But money back guarantee, Amber. If you don't like it, whatever you buy, even if you buy the 8 and you try one bottle and you don't like it, I will refund you if you ask. So it's no problem. So please take the Roar Lion's Mane challenge with courage and faith. I will certainly take care of you if you don't want it. I think you will. It's terrific. Pam, good night. You are so welcome. Blessings to you. Do I ship Lion's Mane worldwide? Yes, I do now. Anywhere around the world. Free shipping. Food to counter arthritis. Go gluten-free. It is 1:20 in the morning. I know. What's the pendant? Click the Harmony pendant link in my link tree. It'll explain to you about it, Bethy. Thank you, Amber. I'm in a hurry. Go to work. I live in Holland, and I'll read bio later. All right, Radio Love. Awesome. I do ship Lion's Mane worldwide. What's a good kind of chaga? Well, there's chaga in this. Oh, right. Lion's Mane coffee replacement. This is delightful. This is like hot chocolate with Lion's Mane. It's terrific. Boy, I look really red right now, don't I? And then my Lion's Mane supplement has chaga. What's the Lion's Mane again? Roar Lion's Mane. It's in my Linktree profile. What time of day is it? What time of day to take? I take this at night. I'm going to take mine right now. Well, after the live, it improves my sleep quality. Yes, you can go to YouTube and watch the entire class. Greetings from Switzerland. All right, the link is in my profile. Thank you, Karina. All right, this is awesome. Oh, for NMN, I do Life Force with Tony Robbins. This is $70 a month. So that's a comparison for you. Um, so this is a high quality supplement from Tony Robbins. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 active ingredients. This is $70 a month, free shipping. My supplement has 10 medicinal mushrooms, and I'm selling it to you direct, and you can get it for 15 bottles, $15 a month, or if you buy 8 of them, you can get it for $12.50 a month. I just want and I'm not poo-pooing this. I take this. I buy this. This is great. I just want you to know the value of what you're getting. I'm not saying it's necessarily as good, better, or worse than this. I'm just comparing 2 high quality supplements. All right. Yeah, get organic coffee. BZRR. Okay. Good night, y'all. You rock. Oh, happy solstice. So, solstice is the longest night, the shortest day of the year. Make sure you get up and get outside and get some sunshine early in the morning. It's great for your circadian rhythm, helps improve your energy, your mood, all kinds of wonderful things. Thank you for being here. This is so fun. I love you. I love being here with you. Have a great night. If you're somewhere else in the world than the United States, have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. I love you. God bless you. I will see you tomorrow. And then if you want to watch the whole live, go over to YouTube. It's live there right now, and you can watch the replay whenever you like. Oh, I forgot the flamingo. Definitely not talking to Cecilia. Cecilia.